Shit.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Am I loud and clear? Please tell me if you can hear me. It's Mr. Stead here in the house. Anybody can hear me? I'd love you to let me know. Somebody will say something in a minute, and then I'll introduce my sidekick for the afternoon.
It's 3-0.
It is.
Yep, Scott.
Mr. Wrighton, good afternoon. Right then, now that I know that we're loud and clear and we're out to the audience, I'm going to introduce my special guest this afternoon. So, I don't have Chunk, because Chunk's playing a game as we speak. I don't have Pato, because Pato's not here yet. Tom Steer's not in the house. So, as we're commentating on the game between John Moyer and Ross Lowther, it only feels fitting that we have young Bailey Moyer with us today.
Hello.
Have you turned your mic on, your mate? There you go.
There we go. Hello. Good afternoon.
Bailey's with us. So, I'm sure Bailey will have a shrewd opinion on his dad's performance. I've just told him that he can't be cheering Ross on in this house. It's a very fair and consistent and no swearing. Tough game for this for Ross, for me. I think, you know, I've just played Steve Lane today, who's a good solid player, and when you look at this game,
Another level.
it's a tough game for Ross, this one. That's a good finish
shot.
though. You're joining it as we go to 3-1.
Is that a dish? Can't remember. Should have a dish then.
And there you go. Ross is now on the board. Ross fancied this today, you know, Bailey.
Yeah, I know,
He
yeah.
did fancy it. I messaged him yesterday. I spoke to him a little bit yesterday, and he was like, "No, I fancy it. I'm up for it." But for me, John is one of them players. For me, I don't like to play him at my level because he is that bit better than me. So this will be a tough game for Ross, but it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds.
I think he needed to get one on the board. He'll relax now, won't he? So.
He has to. I mean, you know, you can't let your old man go 4-0 up in a race to 15.
Boring,
It's a tall order, Bailey. It's a tall order, mate, against any player.
It's 200
Especially
man, and also the winner is paying for some flowers for the opposite's wife.
Well,
missus.
The fact that Ross ain't got one.
He hasn't, I think he's.
Is he? He's loved up again, is he?
Yeah.
So we might see a few more viewers coming in this afternoon now that we've got some comms on. It's never nice to watch these games without a bit of comms. But there's some cracking pool being played out there today. Mr. Drury, a very good afternoon to you, young man.
Michael Sangier. I have not a clue.
I'll be honest with you, Jack. I can't say I've ever heard of the lad. What? Is there a reason behind the question? Is he asking you for a game?
It'll be for his comp, I think. Won't it?
Right, I see. Probably best off getting in touch with Colin Finn, mate. He will tell you straight away if he's a scunny lad. If he's Fairfield, mate, I'd have thought. And good afternoon to you, Mr. Webber.
Yeah, afternoon. How are you feeling this morning? It was a bit rough last night, wasn't you?
Tell you what, Bailey, these reds.
Should do, shouldn't they?
Not sure about that shot. I think he
ideal.
should have probably held for that.
He's going to have to play that in the end right bag, isn't he?
Well, I'd
Screw
play
that.
this along the back rail myself and cover the bag.
I'd do the
In or
same.
out would be fine, but he fancies them.
Good shot,
He's
that.
potting with confidence. I heard the little tap from the outside from your dad, so
Yeah.
on the floor.
I just don't know if he plays that in the middle or if he let them yellers. Do you know what I mean? Off the top cushion. And
Yeah, it's a tough shot this now for me. I think personally he had the opportunity to
yeah,
push his
I've done like
bad
you
ball
said.
along the back rail and he
Yeah.
hadn't took the chance. But let's see what he does with these. Yellows are no picnic.
It's a great shot.
Played that really, really well.
That is a great shot.
And the angle's not even that bad, you know.
No.
He can run through this a little bit. It'll be fine. I tell you what, I fancy him to get these now.
He should do, shouldn't he? Left himself.
And all of a
left
sudden,
himself
from
any better,
3-0
really.
down to 3-2. There's a game in here.
Yeah,
house.
John Moore will be twitching.
Talk about joining a game at the right time, Bailey. The timing's impeccable.
Yeah, I had to, Braff. Felt a bit sorry for him, to be honest. All the
Well,
abuse he gets.
I've capitalised there, Braff. I'm not going to lie to you, mate. Because he's beat Bailey and I've lost my money match, he's only gone and agreed to play me. We're only going to play for a little pot, but I'll be taking a little bit of an advantage on that. I'm not going to lie, Bales. Does he get this in Bales? Does he rattle
I
it?
think he does. But I can't see him holding for the middle. Oh,
That's
yes,
a great
that's a great
shot.
shot.
I'll tell you what,
Can't be
Rossi.
queued any better.
Rossi boy. 3-2.
Good finish. It's a,
I,
it was a dish.
the only thing I'd say with
What a
these
dish,
sort,
wasn't it?
that was great finish. The only thing I'd say with these sorts of match, Bailey, right, for players like Ross, right,
Yeah.
if he wins this match today, right, he's absolutely got no grounds or argument to say he's a grade 2.
Exactly.
He hasn't.
And also
he can't turn around and then say, "Oh, I should be in grade 2 comps." That's it. You're done.
Exactly, yeah.
You've proven your worth now. It's a bit like Stavely, you know. He's playing a couple of big games today. He's playing Das Barraclough later.
Yeah.
Lee Stavely wins that game today. He has got no grounds to say he's in.
It's like Chunky and Jigsy.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable that he's playing off scratch against Jigsy
Fair
today.
play to him.
There's some crazy games today, people. As we speak, I can't give you a roundup on all of them. I know that John Inley and Rick Kirk is going to the wire. So Kirk is obviously
My
there.
old man's down as a 1 apparently, isn't he, in comps?
Mr. Foden. Good afternoon, Mr. Foden. And a very good afternoon to you, Dan Green. And I told you, look, as soon as you get the comms on,
Exactly.
it's
the boys
great.
coming down
It's
there.
great to watch the poll about the comms, but it is hard work. It is hard work. And at the end of the day, Bailey, you and you were Grimsby's number 1 commentator. You know, Clarky might be Grimsby's number 1 pool player. Hey, we all know who's the voice. Oh, Ross. What Ross don't want to do against your dad, in my opinion,
himself into
is
trouble.
think he can pot everything.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of good finishes there. He's got himself back in the game. It'd be a disaster now to think that that's how the rest of the game can go. But that,
I mean, it's-
yeah, you can say it's a great double, but where's he going with these?
I think he balls that across or tries to cover the bag on the bottom right, but
I make your dad a massive favour if he moves that yellow. And he moved it more than enough.
bad shot.
Dad's favourite for me, 100%. For me,
Just got to tap on.
he's just got to play the right shot at you and not leave him a pot at a yellow.
It's a good shot. It's alright.
Is that what you're being too critical on your dad here today, you know?
Oh, won't we?
I tell you what, has he left a little sneaky one here? You'll know from John's shot what he can see and what he can't see. Getting his bad ball off here.
Snookering him. I know
No, he's played that poorly, Bailey.
that is terrible.
Well, I wouldn't say terrible because
You said that to me earlier.
we don't use
Sorry, sorry.
sentences like that. But I'm surprised Ross didn't use the opportunity to play his
Yeah,
difficult yellow there.
Do well to get on it now as well.
That he had perfect position there on that. I'm surprised he hadn't used it there, but there you go.
I think he'll just try to get one of his yellows out here. I think he'll go for the pot. Can't see.
Well, either if he goes for the pot, he's got a real risk of winning off.
Exactly.
Let's accuse it well.
Oh, too thin.
He was a bit scared. I think he was scared.
Done well
near
with the
enough.
black as well there. I think he...
I think one thing you're going to get with this though, with these two, is you're not going to get a slow game. I know Ross can be a
Good
bit.
shot.
I know Ross can be a bit awkward at times, but I don't think you're going to see a slow game here today.
What's going on?
We've just had little legs appear. I've just told everyone that me and you are having a money match now that you've won and I've lost. It's on, innit?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Massive pot.
Yeah, big one. I've got a load of backers. I've got Donald Trump. I've got Alan Sugar.
Yeah. And
What?
Ross has just started to claw back into this, you know. He's just started to claw back into it, but I think he's put himself into trouble in this frame for me. I think John's massive favourite with these Reds.
I did too.
Dan Green's on it in the house. Would you like to say good afternoon to Krabby Dan Green? Or would you rather not?
He's had a few Starros, Dan, so...
What's he put? I can't read.
Out of my wallet.
He hasn't put out. He hasn't put out. They were a little bit behind. Us. So yeah.
Scott's enjoyed it, Bales.
Oh, he's
Man,
meant
had
to
that.
driving, wasn't he?
I know it is, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, he's enjoyed it.
I tell you what, he's given him a right chance here, your dad.
I know.
So I do you know what? I genuinely thought Ross was going to be a little bit braver there.
Pot that, yeah.
Because if he'd have potted it, it'd have pinged that white straight back out. He's just playing a little bit cautiously in this frame. He'd rather not. He says you're a nasty piece of
That's
work,
not a
mate.
great
Is
shot.
that Dan Green?
That's damn.
Yeah,
mate.
okay.
Okay, mate.
He's living on one round. He's living off one round, that guy.
So, Ross
I
Lowther.
think he gets these.
I'm not so sure. Let's just. To be honest with you, he's got 3 pretty straight shots at it.
Just told Dan Green waiting for him to turn up.
He should now. He's even got the angle. Play it with a bit of top, bit of side. It'll be perfect on that. The black's in the middle. I'll tell you what, he's playing. That's a good shot, that Ross Lowther. The kisses helps as well. It's the black that'll be the problem ball here, Bailey.
Yeah.
100%.
Little screw back in the middle. Not easy, like, but
No, it isn't.
I think that's the only option he's got. Unless
But
it's the
if he
end.
gets it wrong, he's still got the black to the bottom bag. So let's see what he does first.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, he's got that
That's
completely
unlucky.
wrong, unfortunately.
He's down the bottom.
He just overhit it a little bit now. He's not even on it. John will be licking his lips at the minute. I'll tell you now, Krabby. He'll be licking his lips at this. Look at Ross's reaction. That's a great thing about the stream. The players don't realise you're seeing the reaction and how they start frailing their arms around and the facial expressions. That's killed Ross, that. And if he loses his frame from this position,
Big.
he'll be kicking himself because he's just had 2 on the bounce.
Well, I think it's near enough a reverse dish, wasn't it? I'll break this.
Well,
That'll play up now, definitely.
I'm not sure, you know. I think
He's
he
gonna
might
play
play for
snooker,
snooker, I think, Krabby.
You gonna play off that one on the
I
rail
do.
and put him between these two at the bottom right? He is. Definitely.
I'm telling you, Krabby, he'll look for a snooker first. John will make sure he gets himself his 2 and then he'll put them to bed.
He's playing off his side rail here, I think. Oh, no.
Can I go for game?
I don't think so.
He's playing off his
Playing
front.
for a lot of money here as well,
Needs
aren't
to.
there? There's 200 a man in it.
There you go.
Yeah, snooker all day long.
What?
What
Hey,
the fuck's lineup?
hey, you're not allowed to swear, so get out. That's your warning, you had it. I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen.
Krabby's been evicted,
Krabby's
don't
been
worry.
evicted. He'll never be come back again.
Got too many
Christ on a
Starros.
motorbike.
First time.
Get out! I apologise for that, people.
He's had 2 pints
Not
and
that
he's got a
bad,
bit
Bailey.
there.
Jesus, you can't win no key. Oh no, honestly.
Sit again.
You get a level of responsibility given to you, and people like him just blow it. Anyway,
I think these should go.
I fancy him now for these. If there's one thing your old man's got in his arsenal, it's his potting ability. His safety game's a bit bob at times, but potting balls, I mean, he's a bread and butter for him, for me.
Screw out for one in the middle, I think.
Yeah, he had a choice of 2 or 3, but well, he had
Yeah,
a choice
but
of
it's red safe then,
2
mightn't he?
balls there. He's fine there. He'll trot one in the middle first.
I'm not sure.
He'll be fine here. You watch this. Oh
Oh
wow!
my god.
Wow, John Moyer.
He was too worried about it now.
Will Ross cut this in or double it?
I think he'll
The
cut it
double
in.
straight. The double straight as a die.
I think he's cutting that in.
If he cuts it, he's got a chance of missing. He went for the double.
Right.
The double was
That's
straight as
enough.
a die. He's
Where's
absolutely.
that white ball going?
He's absolutely nosed that up. He's got that. He couldn't have got that any more wrong.
John Moy's got away with murder there, really, hasn't
And a very good evening to you, Brad Burrell. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so to you that could be evening, it could be morning, it could be whatever you want it to be. And young Kewell, I hope you watched that masterclass from West Ham this afternoon, my friend. Just making sure that you Leeds fans know that the Hammers are still there.
That's awkward queuing, is it? No, he's alright.
No, he's fine. That's the strongest point your dad's gained by a country mile.
It's a good shot, to be fair.
To be fair, you can't say
believe Ross is...
Ross shouldn't have lost that frame, but he has.
Going off, it's unlucky as well, he was.
And it goes 4-2 to John Moyer. What a day of pool we have installed here today.
Aye. It was a late stream.
Oh, there's all sorts of games going on. No game sort of been. This wasn't meant to be streamed. Well, it was always going to be streamed, but it was not meant to be like comms and stuff like that. But
yeah, exactly,
I said to Phil, I said, look, you know, there's some good games out there. It looks to me, because I've just seen Phil Lane queuing on table 9, that Rick Kirk and John Inley is finished.
I'm not sure who won.
I have no idea who won that one.
Let's go have a look.
I wouldn't mind that, you know.
Yeah, alright, I'll go have a look for you.
I would, because I think that was a good game, and I think that'll set a scene for the big money match on Thursday night with Reese. Right then. That's hell of it. Is he dry? I'm tell you what, people, he's had a dry break, hasn't he? Wow. I could not tell if he'd had a dry break there or not, and he has. Wow. Right then, Mr. Moyer. That's not the best. That's not the best shot, my old mate. I absolutely can, Jack. I can't, you know, actually. And I'll tell you for why. Because I believe that... So I'm not actually putting the scores on Jack. The scores are set up from Phil Lane, so that as the players update on the tablet, auto updates. So I have got no control over that little mouse. I don't... Oh, I have. There you go. Hey, up, Jack. How's that look, Jack? I'm getting technical and everything in here, Jack. They'll be calling me Bill Gates next. So yes, I can move it, and it's moved. Oh wow! Rick Kate was so far in front, it was unbelievable. I mean, so far in front.
I thought it was 13-9, wasn't it? I had to ask Adam because they're already gone. But
Oh crikey!
it must have been a 15-14 or 15-13.
It must have been. That's incredible. Rick Kate was so far in front against John Hindley, it was unreal. But Hindley has come back to win one today. After he's had a bit of a bad weekend. He lost on Friday night to Dan Green, he lost last night to the Scoff, and he's come back and won one today. So he's won a little bit of his dough back, but not anything like what he's lost. But he's still in the
What score was it last night?
20... Was it playing to 18 or 21? Whatever they was playing to, I know Rick Kate got to 13. Rick Kate. John Hindley got to 13 and that was it.
Enough.
Might have been 21-13. I think it was playing to 21. But John Hindley's still in the 16-man comp for Patos. He's in the semi-final.
It's against Pato as well, isn't it? I think.
Can't remember. Can't remember how the draw's gone, mate. No, Patos waiting for the winner with Dan Green and...
Jamie Smith.
Oh, well, Ross. Well, Rossi boy, you've had a little bit of luck there, son. And these reds, you know, I was going to say, these reds aren't bad. The fact that he's bumped, you know what? The fact that he's bumped that red out the way he has left him an absolute beautiful angle just to chip it in and land on it. Yeah. Otherwise, it would have been there. Cal Price, good afternoon, young man. Yeah, so John Hindley. Oh, he's fat. Oh, well, he hasn't fouled, but that was an awful shot.
Yeah, these can be gone as well, personally.
Well, we've just said it. Your dad's best attribute was his queuing. You don't want to be thinking about anything else except for taking these out. Simple as that. Do what you do, John. Make your queue do the work. These could go. Yeah, Pat was waiting for the winner with Jamie Smith and Dan Green. So
Wootton, isn't it? Wootton got through.
Yeah, Wootton. And so yeah, so.
For me, he's got to cover this bag, personally.
I think that's what he'll have to do. I think he will. Ross is pretty tidy at stuff like this.
He pots it fair play, still
if
got a chance.
He don't want to be potting it. That's the better shot for me. How's your dad fancy Skilly?
I don't think he likes Skillies, personally. Yeah, he's just trying to. What great.
Ross is in complete control here now, Bailey.
Aye. Can see it one at the end as well.
I'm going to call it, 4-3, yeah? It's fine.
It's a good shot. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Tables are running a little bit slower, and I'll tell you for
Well,
why. Someone blew the sockets last night that'll be remain
right.
unnamed.
They got a bit damp, did they?
Well, someone spilt a drink on the sockets, which blew the electrics. The iron got put on this morning, and the iron blew. So we've got no iron because and I won't name the person because it's not my style.
I was here at the time. I think I remember it.
But if I see him, I'm going to smash his nut in. Not really. But yeah, so the tables aren't running, probably just a little bit slower, but not massively.
That's not ideal. Still got a pot on it, but just chasing it with a white bit, isn't he? It's like watching me.
Stream views are going up now, double the numbers.
No.
This must be because you're on, Bells.
Must be. Well, they've all just want to see him.
That's whereas the cue ball is fine.
That's
It's
a great
fine.
shot. Unlucky with the
It
white,
is, put it in at the same
Yeah.
time because he's got to play this red dead weight, and then the black becomes really, really hard for me.
really. It might have a little angle. I don't know. Play top on it.
Can't play it too hard though, can he? Not off the side rail like that. Brad, I lost 15-12, mate, today to Steve. Steve played well, to be fair. My break let me down in the middle of the game. It was absolutely flying off the table, off. He had 3 reverse dishes, so it was one of them days. Queued well enough, but, you can't predict these things, can you? It's the way it goes. So, there'll be another day, there'll be another time.
Good shot.
And we all live and learn. But for this one, I fancy John for me now, and that could be 5-2. Yep, that's a good shot. He's left himself just enough off the side rail just to come back, just to draw it back, just digging down a touch. Good shot.
Good cue in.
Drops in the middle, and you have got 5-2 to John Moyer.
Ross will be kicking himself for that.
He will be, but I think... Yeah, I mean, he probably will be, but that red was no picnic for me.
No.
It wasn't like, let's just plop it in and the black's easy. He had to do a bit with it, and...
I think he was too busy thinking about his black, wasn't he? That's the problem.
One of Ross's strongest attributes when I've ever known playing Ross or seeing Ross play is that he's got a reasonably good B game, to be fair to Ross. If he tries to go pot for pot with your dad, he will not win this game.
Yeah.
He's got to make it difficult for your dad, he's got to make it awkward, he's got to pinch bags, he's got to play snookers. If he tries to go pot for pot against John Moyer, this game will be a comfortable win for John. Now, if Ross reverts back to a real good solid B game, he gives himself a real good shout.
Yeah, I agree.
And that is a commentator's opinion, not a pool player's opinion.
We have a JM black and white yet, Bailey? No, he's not bottled a black yet, to be honest. He's usually everyone is renowned for a little choke, bless him.
You can tell the tables aren't running quite as quick as usual,
No.
and I'll tell you for why. This was happening in my game a lot. These breaks are really, really good, solid breaks, and they're not finding balls.
I know, yeah.
Normally, you'd find 2 or 3 balls off the break.
And it breaks well on the thing he done in the flat ball table, blue one.
But as I say, the iron's been blown up by Wally, so the normal business will resume.
He's not happy with that. You can't take that yellow, because that's his yellow for the top rail yellow, isn't it, really? To get onto that one.
Well, Ross has took the balls he wanted to take.
Unless he goes for a back double in the middle. No chance.
But it's whether he's like, nah, that's a bit off. I'll tell you what,
He's red down
he's
bad.
just kicked that that red off a little bit, and your dad can play his worst ball straight away. Which he is. Down, I'll tell you what, it takes the bag or it's in. Well, he hasn't took that either.
Right.
He lost that. Oh, now Ross can play this yellow into the bottom left-hand bag and get his worst yellow out. And I'll tell you what, he's got half a sniff here. That's a nice angle. Drop it in. I'll tell you what, he's got a chance here.
He's in command, isn't he?
100%. He's got a real good chance here to get these away.
Good shot. Was that yellow?
Yeah, Carl Price called it. Look, Ross can be really, really awkward. You don't want to be trying to play John Moore at his own game.
Was that yellow past that red easily? Yeah.
Yes, it flies, mate. It's deceiving, these cameras.
Nice queuing.
Well, I said it flies, but well, he'd have been down to it by now. Surely.
Yeah.
Unless you can't be happy with that. You can't be happy with that. I'm just trying to weigh out
What's he doing?
what he's working out here.
Oh, it might go. Might be trying to get round for the
Yeah,
same bag.
yeah, maybe. Let's see what it does here, Bales.
Yeah.
There was plenty of room, but I don't know what he's done with that.
Nor do I.
He's not getting on that last yellow from there, I'll tell you now.
Only
I'm
if he plays
telling
a
you
double,
now.
exactly. Unless he plays an outrageous back double.
And this is the thing with Ross. This is not normally how Ross
Don't
goes.
wanna
He's
chase
not-
it, does he?
Ross doesn't normally put himself into trouble. Ross is normally real conservative and makes the opposition
Yeah.
hang themselves. What he's doing is he's hanging himself, and your dad's going to be absolutely lapping this up.
Yeah. Just going to play off this red at bottom red, I think. and
Yeah,
try.
get it out, get down the bottom rail. You know, fine shot. That's a good shot. Bumped it out. The thing is, even with the angle he's left on that yellow, if
Still not getting
if he
on the
clips
yellow,
this
is he?
in, he's not getting on his last yellow. Your dad's in complete command here. Yeah, it should have been Brad. You and Stu, that would have 100%. Well, I say 100% been a stream game with comms, but we did have Blanche and Ewan planned in for today. But because Ewan's obviously moved home, like a dress, that got called off. But I think that would have been tight between what people would have wanted to see. You and Stu Cameron or Blanche and Ewan. I think Blanche and Ewan might have pinched that one, but neither game's happening, so we'll see what we have got installed. Hopefully
It's
Pato
just,
might
yeah.
appear at some point today.
He might get his red out if he.
Yeah, but he's
Well, he
just
has.
he's playing into your dad's hand because
Exactly.
he just bumped that red off the
It's the
rail.
worst red.
He's had text these now.
Should do.
Well, it'll go close. It will absolutely go close. Bit of bridging, Johnny boy. I don't have to. He can drop that one in the middle. I think he's going to take the one in the middle and all. Just so his queuing's nice. Yep, it's a good shot that, John. It's just
Play
about
around for
put.
this red here.
It's literally just about putting the pieces together now, Bailey. It's a big puzzle, and now he's just going to put the pieces into place.
It's good queuing.
Yeah, he's queuing well. I did think this was a big ask for Ross. So I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not saying the game's out the way, even if your dad goes 6-2 up. But
It's not easy to come back.
I thought this was a tough game for him. I would have never took this game, but I'd play Ross, and that tells you.
Each of us a bit of a stick out there.
Yeah,
on the
there's a
old
bit.
Facebook,
There's a bit of needle, but it's only tongue in
Exactly,
cheek.
yeah.
It's only tongue in cheek. But there's no way for me that Ross was quite at that level yet. Although that's not a great shot. But
You
look
play
at,
snooker.
I was going to say, look at the insurance policy your dad's got. He can hide anywhere, and he has.
No, yeah, it's alright.
I think he's
I
all
was going
right
to put
there.
it safe at that.
I think he's all right there. He's run round the table to have a look, but I do think he's all right. Can Ross just drop in behind that yellow though?
I'm thinking here.
Tell you what, I think he thinks that goes.
That never goes for Marvin, from what I can
Not
see.
from what we see, but you'll be
Yeah,
surprised.
exactly.
It's very deceiving. He's queuing it. He's looking at it.
Come on, rock face. I think Ben works with
For
him.
me though, if he is totaled, which he might not be, he could just drop it behind that yellow. He's played that way too hard.
Yeah. I think he goes one near the block.
I can't believe he's played that so hard.
I'd have just dropped behind it.
Well,
Might not
you'd
be
certainly attempted to, but now your dad's giving him the emphasis here. I'll tell you what. Drop the one in the middle first, Ross. Don't be a wally.
He's got it, hasn't he?
Just chip it in. You'll fall straight behind. He's taking it to the bottom, right?
Right. It's a great
If
shot.
he cued
but
it well,
Jesus.
he'll get these. Ross will get these now. Great shot, Ross. Make sure they're
Shot.
black. Great finish. and they'll put the score on, so it's 5-3. Ross is giving himself a fighting chance, and I'm giving it to Lou. Bailey,
Right.
you take the cue. I might get the keys as well, because I can see what's going on.
Well, it's a good one for Ross to get back, to be honest. He'll be a bit disappointed he didn't go 3-3 when it was 3-2. He had a chance. Not a bad split there, but we haven't found the ball again. Don't think we've had many pops off the break in the 8 frames I've played, to be honest. Looks unlucky from here, but I think you can see that yellow in the bottom bag. Oh heck, he won't be happy with that. Oh, he's called 2, he must have touched the red. Called a foul. These reds aren't no picnic though. Got 3 on the rail. Well, near enough 4 actually, the one on the right hand side as well. I'm just going to play yellow onto red, get the red out. Think about his next ball though. Yeah, that's alright. Good shot.
Oh,
He's back.
all sorts going on. All sorts going on out there. Loads of mad games.
Well, John Moyer broke. He had a yellow in the bottom top left, but I think he touched the red with his hand, so he called a foul.
Bailey, when you've been to the toilet and you've lost 16 viewers, what have you done?
I don't know. I was just a bad
Was you saying anything?
Yeah, well, I was talking. I was commentating, talking him through the shots.
Right then, does anybody see John Moyer not winning this? Anybody that's watching this, does anybody see Ross winning it? 5-3 to 15. He's not hit that well.
Not good shot. Oh,
I'll tell you what, Carl Price wants Ross, look. How much do you want, Ross? Carl, I'll have a little tenner with you.
or me.
Yeah, Bailey, I'll tell you what, you let Bailey back his old man.
Yeah, I'll have a
Have a little tenner or a little 20.
10 or 20, Carl.
You stick out of it, Dan Green.
You've already had one, Greenie. Let me have.
Carl Price, have a little tenner with Bailey or a little 20.
Go on, Carl.
It's his old man. Dan Green, honestly.
Oh,
he don't stop, does he? He's relentless. You know, he's winning money matches on against Hindley for stupid money, and he's like, oh, you know, 20s. Just let Bailey have a little side bet, honestly. I tell you.
Chad Devaney's trying to steal a mustard now as well.
Mind you, Carl fancies Ross. So,
Yeah, Sam Carl, that's fine.
Dan Green, you go with Kyle, and Carl will go with Bales. There you go, you both got a bet on.
Yeah, sound.
There you go, Dan. Kyle Holtz will go with you.
I haven't seen Kyle in a while.
He's
Hey.
back at uni.
Oh, is he?
That's the only thing. He's signed for the Marsh team. We only get him home when he's like, you know, in between like
Yeah.
holidays and stuff. But good lad, he's
Same
getting
time.
better all the
he's
time.
a
You know
nice
him.
lad, Ken, as well. Good footballer. Won't time to his face like, but I'll tell it on the stream.
Liam can play as well.
I know, yeah, I know. Like.
Well, he could before he started being an alcoholic like me.
Oh, I can see.
A little bit wide there. I tell you what, Ross. You've got one red to negotiate here.
Oh. I think that's one of Ross's colleagues giving him a bit of stick.
I tell you what, he's got an if he plays the one in the middle here, you know, he can get on that difficult red straight away.
It's out of the way, isn't it?
And then he can play the other red. Well, the one he's playing now, he could have played as a plan. He's going about the route the wrong way, but let's see how he ends up.
Missed that. Oh, he's dropped.
See, I think he wanted to cover the bag there, personally.
Yeah.
But I would have gone that route. I'd have took the red first because he had the angle,
Yeah.
drop that in on the back rail, and then he had a plant down to the bottom.
Now I got to play off the top.
See what he does here, though.
He's off for him.
He's got no choice now, but he's got to get on this red, which he had the chance to earlier, very easy, and now it's hard.
And the yellows are a bit of a picnic as well, aren't they?
No, he's knackered that. I don't know what he's done there. I don't think he didn't before he started potting them reds. He did not really. He didn't think to himself, "How am I getting onto that one on the back rail?"
Yeah.
That's the way I can look at it. And he had a perfect chance with that first ball. Drop that in the middle, that along the rail, plant down the bottom.
That's the way I'd have gone. Not saying I'd have made him.
But no, that's what makes us lower to players.
Exactly,
But I just think he hasn't really worked that route out, especially with the way the yellows are. John will fancy these if he gets a go at him from wherever he leaves him.
Exactly, it's not to be out of snooker from one ball at least.
The only shot Ross has got really is to try and drop on the red dead, and then it stops him getting an easy start. That's the only shot. But then the red don't become into play. This is hard. What he's looking at here is a really hard shot.
Especially when you can see it.
Looking for the Tom Stair, isn't he?
He's played that well.
It's not a bad effort,
Played that really well.
That ain't a bad effort. But your dad can chip the yellow into the other one. He's got an easy plant to start with, your dad, which is he's rejected and played a great safety shot. The double kissed it now. You see Ross's arms go. Oh, Blockhead's got a few fans.
Yeah. Well, his work colleagues, I think. Daz from golf. Well, he tries playing golf, but.
Old Lego head.
Lego head. He scored for West Ham earlier.
Mate, we absolutely was on fire.
Good
hit, but I don't think. Ooh, it might be enough, you know. That might not be bad. I think he's cleared. I think he's cleared. I don't think he's allowed him a path into the ones at the bottom end. Let's see what he does here. Tell you what, Ross is on the red. That red goes, and he's put a yellow safe. Ross can pot this confidently, knowing that even if he misses, that yellow now is tricky. Mad. That's a poor shot from your old man.
I agree.
And that's a good shot from Ross Lowther. Antonio got one. Bowen got one.
Bowen's on fire, isn't he?
That is unreal, that lad. And Ross has just made it 5-4. You've got a game on here. Bowen got one, Antonio got one, and Fornells got one. So 3-0.
Good result. Same as us.
Well, it's an unreal result. They hammered City last week. I thought everyone was saying we were going to be relegation fodder. The thing is, we've started playing well since Moyes went home.
I know. Since he had COVID.
Yeah. It's a bit like how the country got better when Boris got it. maybe
like America with Trump.
Yeah, Moyes needs to stay at home. No, it was a good result. Good result for the Hammers. Hammers!
Dry. Again.
Strange. Not normal scenario, that. I have to say, it's got to be down to the fact that the tables aren't quite running as quick as usual. But it's the same for every player. They're being brushed, they're being cleaned and padded like normal. What did I say?
Being brushed, being padded.
No, I'm thinking what Adam Bolton's saying. You said that too, Steady. I have no idea what I said. I'm sure Adam Bolton will remind me what I said in a moment.
You said that too? God knows.
But yeah, the tables have been cleaned and brushed and padded as normal. It's just the fact that they weren't able to have that.
Yeah.
Just that the iron does make a big difference. It really does. This will get, but Ross, he's clinging in there at 5-4. He's wins his frame. Starts putting a little bit of doubt in your dad's head. I tell you now.
John keeps getting two in front and he keeps coming back, doesn't he?
Oh, John now, is it? I like that.
Yeah.
That's how
Well,
commentators
yeah.
that's how commentators should do
Exactly,
it.
exactly.
It's not Dad, it's John. Right then, Ross. See, I'm really surprised that Ross rejected
Go
the
for
chance
that,
to go
yeah.
for these,
Get
because
out.
all he's doing is allowing your dad back to the table to make it awkward for him. I'm really surprised.
Oh.
Although, I'm not.
Yeah, not left himself.
Yeah,
in the
no,
position,
you're
has
right. I did, Adam. I really thought we was gonna. Oh, that's not great. Oh wow.
he? Jesus.
Oh wow. What's happening here with you, old man?
Must be the pressure. Must be the.
I don't think it's
state.
pressure. I don't know. I just he's not playing very calm. He's playing quite quick, innit? I know he's a quick player anyway, but Ross will be awkward and he will be difficult. But going back to your point, Adam, I did say it. I mean, you lose at home on the opening day of the season to Newcastle without a one shot on target. You have to believe that you're going nowhere but down, and then all of a sudden they've kicked in a little bit. So, fair play to the Hammers. I still want Gold, Brady, and Sullivan out, but we can't always have what we wish for, can we? Right then. What are we doing here then, Ross? See, I'm absolutely astounded he's done that. He's put one of your dad's red safe, which I get, I understand that.
Yeah.
But for me, he should have got rid of that red that's over the bag.
He's blocking his third yellow up, isn't it?
That's it. I'm really surprised what Ross has done there, and I think your dad's going to get back to the table. In see, I don't see what the value was now in putting that red safe for me. But you know, Ross has probably got his own route, his own plan. Moving that red would have unblocked everything. It'd have just been like clearing the, everything for him. So, Lee Greener on table 9, as you can see, in his flippies and his blue shorts. It's Phil Lane. We'll give you updates as we know it around games.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Hmm.
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Ross really got his first shot wrong on his free ball. For me,
Yeah, I do.
if he'd have got rid of that red, none of this. I mean, that's just tying all sorts up here. Like, Ross is going to be. I mean, the thing is, even if Ross is cannons into them now, right?
Don't know it's going to fall.
Yeah, absolutely. The red. Well, Ross.
Did not expect that.
Anybody that said that Ross is moved up a grade, I just have to apologise for that shot. That's all right. No, that's spot on. I'll tell you now.
Slowed down, yeah. I thought it was going to run straight.
That is absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Ho, 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 ho. Tell you.
Ross will be kicking him.
Ross got it all wrong though with his first two shots. Originally when he could have got rid of that first red, all it did is allows your dad that opportunity to make that really awkward.
Yeah, more than one bad ball. I know it didn't he, my dad. So
Crackers.
Put one straight.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, he even had a ball and shot Ross.
Oh.
Nah, he's all right. Yeah, that's a bit rash.
Rash.
Bit rash, but he was always okay because your dad needs that bag that Ross has got. Your dad's still every favourite here for me. Good angle.
Yeah.
Play it below the top, a little touch aside. He might have half a sniff.
It's Michael Carroll.
Oh, Michael Carroll, that's the geezer that won the lottery, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's a chav. He spent 8 million in about 2 years. Basically on fast cars and drugs. My kind of guy, really. Ross has just got... Oh, no, John. No, John. No, John. John.
I'm assuming he can see that.
He's got that all wrong.
But looking like that, it looks quite tight. I don't think he can.
I'll tell you what, he's getting the Viking to look at it, and he's on table 9. So he can't hit it directly if he's trying to say it's a total.
Oh, he's touching, I think he's saying.
Well, the reality is, right, if he had any edge to hit that yellow, he'd be hitting it. Because he goes in 100%.
Exactly, yeah.
So there must be something there, or else wouldn't have called Phil over. Oh, he was shot building. That flew in. Look with him. Tell you what, we'll be staring at 5 all here, baby.
I know, yeah. Ross will be happy with that, definitely.
You reckon? Got to get this though. I mean, it shouldn't be too much difficulty. Just relax, roll at home,
Yeah.
and you have 5 apiece.
Absolute Desmond.
I'm going to see someone get me a drink. My voice is starting to dry up. Do you want a drink, Bailey?
I'm alright for now, mate.
Because I like it at the minute, so stove cream. Yeah, please, mate.
And the old Stofers now, are we?
Yeah, I don't mind a drop of Stoford when I'm on the comms. It's like apple juice. It's lovely. 5 all. 5 all, and we are at 25. Well, about what we are, 3:30. Yeah, there's plenty of time in these races because the next set of races go on at 6.
Yeah.
I think Ross has gone for a wee.
Tell you what, Krabby had about 5 on me.
What? Beers?
You get 5 pisses.
Still beat you?
They break every single time. Oh, Steady's gone away with JM. Probably telling him a lane into him. Been golfing, Cookie, or not?
Where's he gone?
So it's speaking to John Moyle, look on the stream. Cheers, thank you.
Sure, I don't want
I'm fine, mate, thank you. How's that getting on? Ian, how's that getting on? How's that getting on? Oh, 5-4. Ross has gone for a fag, so a bit of a break.
Right. I just had a little chat with your dad. Then I had so Danny Honeygold is 6-5 up against Steve Oswick. Phil Lane is 4-2 up against Greener. And Blasty is 4-3 down against Tom Scott. That's the only games I've got. Chunky's played in the far corner, I didn't go over.
Collins is 5-4 up against Jamie Glover. Just heard Ross saying all his weight mates were on, didn't he?
Yeah, they're all loving me calling him different names. I'm going to create loads of names for him now. Motormouth, Blockhead, all sorts. Anyway. Five apiece.
Right.
Race to 15. 400 notes. Plus pride is the tile.
And a set of flowers for the opposites misses.
Luke Swallows in now, who's playing Dougie Ultz shortly. That'll be a good game.
Is that right now, Luke? Nice.
Luke's a potting machine. An absolute potting machine. When he's potting well, he's unreal. But Dougie Ultz is probably the last person we're playing at this minute in time. If there's anybody that's in form at this minute in time, it's Dougie Ultz.
He loves a decider as well.
Oh my lord. And he handles pressure like no one's mate. He's unreal. So Luke might be biting off a little bit more than he can chew today.
Oh, we've got a pot on the break. Yellows are alright. One bad yellow. Or tough yellow, should I say. I think he drops this in, top left, and then plays one down the rail just to, if he covers it back.
I forgot that Ross smoked, to be honest.
Yeah, I did. We thought he was off for a while, didn't we? He's got to play one middle face, otherwise he plays the other yellow, he's going to get his red out, isn't he?
I wouldn't be do you know what? I was just going to say, I wouldn't even be fussed about.
Getting out, yeah.
Well, the yellow he's playing now would have been overly fussed. I'd have played a load of top on that to get me waist yellow out next. But because then he's relying a little bit on getting a good cue action there, but he's played that really well. Because I'll tell you now, if he hits this and drops it in dead weight, he's going to be plumb on that yellow to the left hand corner. He's got a real good chance of one good pot here.
Oh,
that's fine. Oh, is it? You know, actually, telling you now, he might have to go up and down.
yeah, I don't think
He's got to go up and down here. That's not a good shot.
I don't think he played for it off the yellow. Either.
He's absolutely got to go full length of the table here. He can't get on that yellow without doing it. Look, he's putting a lot into this. There you go. How's your look? It's not great.
I think you can see that through them two balls as
He
well.
can hit it, but he can't pot it. So your old man is coming back to the table with these reds. And he'll get himself into a situation here, Ross, where he might be in a bit of trouble. It's not bad but your dad's got so many easy hiding places, it's ridiculous. And there's the first one. You can hit that, but that's not a bad shot. Sometimes not getting a total is a better result, because Ross has got to play a yellow and develop a red. Like that. Look at that, look.
Yeah.
And now Ross is going to be in a bit of trouble. And do you know what? This is the thing. This is normally Ross's style of game. When I play Ross, this is what normally happens. I go all out, start crashing balls around, don't get me finished, then Ross starts being really awkward and tie me up. This is exactly what's happening to him now. It's a reverse way of doing things. It's like, again, your dad's not left a total, and I don't know if he's done that on purpose. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose.
I think that was a sort of cue, and I think he wanted him to lean behind the black.
I think there was an easy snooker, but is your dad doing it on purpose a little bit? Because sometimes a total's.
I was just going to play one off the top rail, isn't he?
I'd play the one on the side rail. The one on the side rail, I'd bump it over that bag, and then the white's coming back out anyway. If he gets it in, fair enough, the dish is on. If you don't get it, he's covered the bag. But he hasn't played it, but I mean, that would have been... Oh, he shouldn't have done that, though.
Oh, that's an absolute killer.
For me, he's probably played the wrong ball, but I understand why he's played the ball he's played. I'd have played the one on the side rail, to the right-hand side, but rolled it over the bag or in.
black onto yellow, eh? That's risky.
Do your dad feel pressure?
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Does he?
Bit of a choker.
Is he?
I personally play off his left-hand red here, just bring your white down for the yellow.
Does he get a bit nippy like for
Yeah,
dough?
he does, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. You play him when it's just a knock, you don't miss a thing.
Yeah, no.
I play him, it does mine nutting.
Same here.
Or punch his head in.
He's not playing that black onto yellow, surely.
No, I think he's going to play off
Yeah,
that.
he's playing
No, I think he'll bump the red out of the way. Look, watch this. That's absolutely fine. And he's left a gap to be able to chip that in, come around the back of it, and the black into the same bag. I think Ross will be absolutely fine here, and I think it will be a 6-5 to Ross Lowther. And when we come on stream, it was 5-2 to your dad. It was 5-2.
Aye.
Ross has just won 4 on the bounce. And is your dad trying to be a bit too cute?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
yeah.
my question. Them reds, your dad could have done all sorts of them with them reds. And even Dan Green, you know, he's saying, great shot,
Yeah,
Ross. It is a good
too.
shot. But Dan's seen him playing with your dad enough to know that he could have done something different with them reds for me.
I agree.
I don't think he needed to play the full length of the table to play snooker.
You're always running the risk of a double hit when it's that close to cushion out, aren't you? I mean,
What are
like
you
double-
thinking, Greenie? Are you agreeing with the man? Or are you disagreeing with me? Did he need to do that? Could he have done something a little bit different? Easy saying it while you sat in a chair, I know, but it's not normally the sort of John Moyer shot I'd expect to see.
2 dog balls of each year, really, isn't there?
He's found a ball though.
Drag it out now, I think.
He's going to drop on it. Slight angle. That's fine. That's not bad, that. It's not bad. See, this is what we're seeing, John Moyer. None of that nonsense that we're just seeing. We see him dropping balls in, playing a little bit of screw. Not too hard, John.
No, that is not ideal.
John. A little bit of recovery now. Missed. Right then, Ross. Over to you then, Sausage.
I think it does time up here.
Well, this is the sort of frames that Ross likes normally, where he's got a massive insurance policy where John can't finish and Ross can do what he wants with his balls. For me, I'd be plopping the yellow to the left-hand side as we're looking at, the one he's looking at now.
Yeah.
I'd be dropping that over the middle. You know, he's got no reason to go for anything here but just get his balls into play. He's done that with that one, that's fine. Best piece of advice I've ever heard playing these rules was from obviously Butch Reynolds, and he always said, get your hardest balls out first. Get them out, and then you will always have a chance at winning the frame. You've got bad balls, you can't win the frame. You get them out nice and early, and that's what Ross is looking at here now.
What he's done there?
He tried to make one awkward for your dad. He didn't want that to go like that.
I thought he was going to tap off that red near the middle cushion, sorry. The pocket behind the other one. Basically just tie him up. That was that.
I think Ross is borderline anyway. To be fair, Marky, in all fairness, he has been for a while, and he's not just the only one. Trunk, Lee Stavely, they're both borderline. If he wins it, loses it narrowly, I think the argument has to be that actually you can't be playing in money matches for 400 or 500 quid against players that are clearly marked as a grade above you, and then still claim that you're a grade below them. It don't feel right, don't feel fair. And I'm not saying that from a negative point of view. I'm saying it from a point of view of the players that are in them grades. You know, it's not fair for Bailey to have to keep playing in tournaments against players like Ross when quite clearly he can compete at a real good level with players in a grade above.
Yeah.
It's not right. So it's got to be done fairly. It's got to be done consistently. And you're always going to have a gripe. You know, these gradings aren't bang on. They're never bang on. But it's got to be about fair and consistency.
Let's take that double hit.
So yeah, if this went close, I would say yeah. It's not just about this one game, but Ross has been bubbling for a while. Same with a couple of them.
Not sure
Same
if you
with a
see that
couple.
one at the top.
He's not happy with it.
No.
You know he's not happy when he's checking that big block around.
Fall off. Yeah, down going to the road if it did.
I can tell by Lee Lee Greener's reaction on the table to the left here that he wasn't happy with his shot either. I read body language, mate. So he wasn't happy with whatever he just did. Very good afternoon, Mr. Riddle. Not bad, it's
I
not
think
bad.
that's alright, yeah.
It's not bad. The only thing is, you know, if Dad gets the right angle on that yellow that's next to the red, well, I'm surprised he's played it like that. What I was going to say is if he'd dropped these in and got the right angle on that red next to the yellow, he could have doubled that, cross-doubled it, because there's no bag up. You know, the bag opposite is clear. Get into it here, though. Got a chance. He went for it and he's a
Got
bit
away
off.
with that.
He's a little bit off. He has got away with it, because
Too red to say,
Ross
isn't it?
now has to look at this and say, I don't want to be leaving him an easy shot here. He's got to play the red to the top left here as we look nearest
Yeah.
the black and leave the white down here. He's got to.
That yellow goes in the top left as well then, doesn't
I'm
it?
surprised you're not having a game today, Mr. Riddle, to be fair. But I think money match days could become quite popular
Great shot.
based on what the government are saying around sporting events.
Good cue in that by
We'll have
Ross.
to watch this space, but I think money match days are going to be more popular than comps in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's going for these, you know, and I think
One
it's
good
a
shot and
big
it's in,
gamble. It's a
yeah.
gamble. This gamble on this frame. How confident is he feeling? Does he get this? Does he get this, Bailey?
I think he does.
Do you fancy him?
He's cueing well.
I tell you what, that seems to kill out. Do you not think?
I
I'm
think
not
it
sure. I'm not sure if it's my eyes,
I thought
people,
it was missing, to be
but
honest.
that like went like a banana. Shamon.
He'll take it though. Bloody hell.
He will, because his cue
Perfect
ball's away.
angle
His
as
cue
well.
ball's away from the side rail. It's not a difficult pot in particular.
He had one like this last time and he thought about his black too much, didn't he? So,
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be overthinking this shot. I tell you now. I mean, he's not going in off if that's what he's worried about.
Get yourself a shot, I think.
If he's worried about the white going off, that's not happening in this shot. He's just got to make sure of the pot. Give him a shot. Give himself a shot on the black.
Exactly.
Big frame this, you know.
Yes.
Oh wow!
Black.
Now, he might not have been worried about the enough, but that might be something he was worried about, and I didn't see that.
I wouldn't have
I
thought
didn't
that.
think he was going to hit it. Well, I didn't
thought
think
he'd
he was
come
going to
this
drop.
side.
I
I thought
didn't.
he'd come this side
To be honest,
again.
with you, I didn't think he was drop it in dead weight like that.
Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, I think you've got to. I think if you're going to go for that like that, you've got to be confident. You've got to hit it. You've got to hit it. I mean, he literally has made that roll in and just sneak over the bag.
A bit of conviction sometimes.
It might just be the little bit of run that your old man needs in this match.
Yeah. Yeah, like you say, it's been 5-1, hasn't it? Since,
Well, it was 5-2 when we come on, and it's been all Ross.
yeah. Missed it.
He has missed it as well.
Literally minimal.
Well, if your dad doesn't set these out,
Yeah, so
I'm turning the microphone off. He's not even moving the white, look.
Oh
God, my God.
my.
It's so good he had two. Because actually, do you know what? That's left him in a better position than what he was just in. It is. It has. He didn't have to. He hadn't had to do anything with the cue ball to get on the black. Now he's just got to drop this in. And he's on the black. What's he doing here, Bailey?
His head fell off.
Your old man's.
Got away
I mean,
with that.
he has got away with that. Because what is he doing there?
Jesus. He took that
Wow.
harder than we thought it was, wasn't it?
I thought he was just going to drop.
It's a good job he did have two shots and all. Ross ain't happy with that one, I don't think.
Well, you're seeing something here, people.
I know, it's entertaining to say the least. Better than that first
Christ.
game. I don't know who's playing in that first game on stream, but it wasn't a very good watch.
I've heard it was Bailey Boyer and Sean Ritchie like. What was the score anyway?
15-10 in the end.
You have a bit of a tough day at the office, son.
2-2 and then a few in off.
2-2. You can't say 2-2 in a race to 15.
It was 2-2.
There's 70 hours to go.
A few in off and it was 7-2 by the time I knew it.
It happens, mate. You only need a bit of bad run or a bit of bad luck, you know.
And it was 8-8 after that. Oh, Roskin off. They both look quite tasty.
Yeah, they do, but do you know what?
Not easy
We
to
need
get
to see a
going.
little bit of something from you, Daddy, if I'm honest, because I don't think
I agree.
in the past sort of half dozen frames, you haven't seen anything that's...
Especially after that last little miss.
It's not anything that's getting me excited here. Even Dan Green's laughing at you. It was 2-2, right, and a loss.
Yeah,
15-10.
It's
Mate,
close.
come on, 2-2. You're better than that, Bales.
So I missed a few blacks, a few in offs, and it was 7-2 and when I woke back up.
Yeah, but Dan, it was close at 2-2, son. Remember that. Anyway, back to this, because your old man took a yellow face, but he's still got open table. That's what he needs to remember. I think he's quite happy with these yellows. He's fine. I tell you what, he's on his waist yellow. He's on his waist yellow.
I keep thinking he's going to run through a bit more, but it just stops all.
No, that's absolute. He's not taking it. He's not taking it now. He can't be on it.
That's balmy.
Can't be on it. Can't be on it. He wants to be getting rid of that
I
now.
think he's on it, but he can play this. See this yellow on the right hand side, just below the middle back. I think he dropped that into the end bag, play that into the other end bag.
No, you could be right here, mate. Let's see what he does.
Oh, he's not now.
He's on it now.
Oh, good
He's
shot.
definitely on it. He's got to take it now.
He's got to screw out now as well I think.
Just break dish.
Reverse dish, yeah.
It was Ross that broke.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll take that little plummy. He'll tell you what. He's only
Where
got.
is the middle? Oh.
He's only got to trickle this home into the middle. He's plumb on the next yellow. I'll tell you what. I fancy him now, Bales.
Good shot.
That's absolutely lovely. He just needs to do the same again. Don't do anything with the cue ball, John. Don't get all wazzy and crazy. Drop it home.
And he has.
That's all right. I mean, he did a little bit with the cue ball, but that's a superb
Yeah,
finish.
spot on.
A superb finish from John, the man, Moyer.
It's the confidence he needed, I think, innit?
Yeah, because he hasn't really been in the game in the past sort of 7 frames. It's been all Ross.
Completely
So
right.
that'll do him the world of good, that.
Reverse
And,
dish.
just while these two rack up, I'm going to go and have a wee.
I need a was as well.
Oh, we'll both go. We can hold each other's. Apologies, back from the lavatory, well I am anyway. Right then, 7-6. John Moyer. And Ross is on the yellows, by the looks of things. So in about an hour's time, you're going to start to see a few more games kicking in as well, which is a bit of a concern because some of these might not be done. What time are we on? 4 o'clock? 5 o'clock? Yeah, 6 o'clock you got till the next second wave of games, so we should be okay. Good evening, Nick Smith. How are you, my mate? Hope you're well. So, we're poised at 7-6 Bailey. Ross is on yellows, your dad's on reds. And yet again, another fun-filled day. Another fun-filled day of games that normally you probably won't see some of these games.
No,
You normally won't see them. So it's good.
Up, isn't there? Like so.
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't normally see me versus Steve Lane, but he couldn't get a game, so offered to drop in there. But yeah, there's plenty of good games going out there that you wouldn't normally associate people to be playing each other.
Because he couldn't play as one.
Yeah, well, Krabby was meant to be playing Scott Whiteham, as we all know. Scott, for the circumstances that he was not able to play, but he'll be back. I think he's back in probably the next week or so. To be honest, I was speaking to Dan about that actually. And Indy Matu is here. He should be playing today, Indy. I don't know if he's working, but he'd have been picking a money match up today. Surprised Nick's another one. He's normally picking up money matches, but not everyone can play on every day, can they? So it is what it is. Krabby did win the money match. He won one today. he beat Bales, who was sat right next to me, bless him. Every dog has a day. Oh, Johnny boy, he's making it awkward here. He's making it very, very awkward. Surely Ross is going to be very, very conservative. What he does. Ross really don't want to be sort of getting too giddy here. I think your dad can pump that down the rail a little bit. I was going to say, I think he can do a little bit here. I think he's got a bit.
Oh, he's not bad. He's made
Not sure. I think Ross has got too many yellows on the table for your old man to start getting in that cagey situation. I still make Ross favourite for this frame, purely because of how many yellows he's got on the table.
big bag now, do you think? It's a big bag, right, bottom right.
Well, wasn't playing it.
If John Moy puts his red down here.
Do you think he'll see it? He hasn't seen it.
No.
You're right. You might be right, but the thing is, sometimes we get get an awesome view. He might have seen it. I was dropping it into the middle. Yeah. See, sometimes we get an awesome view on the camera, and you're thinking, "Wow, if only you see that shot." Not really, Nick. I don't think. Not massively. I mean, all the games that I'm aware of have been tight and close, which is good. Yeah. Which shows that people are organising games that are balanced. I think the shock for me was how far in front Rick Kate was against John Inley and lost. I think at one point Rick was like 9-5 up to 15. Then he was 12-10 up and still ended up losing. Or 12, something along the lines, 18-10 up and ended up losing. And Rick seems to be playing really well. But that's John Inley for you, isn't it? John Inley just does not know how to give up. So I don't think there's been many shock results, but I think there's been results where you think people can't lose from their position, and they have. So, and that was certainly the case with Rick's. There's one or two shock games that are happening today for my liking. I mean, later on you've got Trunk versus Jigsy off scratch. I mean, that's an unbelievably mismatched game for me. But I'll not lie to you, if Trunk wins that, there'll be nobody that's more pleased in this place than, well, apart from Trunk, than me. I mean, because that's not right for me. That game shouldn't be happening. But if Trunk's happy with it, then I'm happy with it. I think the only shock result today, Nick, is West Ham winning at Leicester 3-0.
Did not want that in.
That might be a little bit of a shock result. That means we've dealt with Wolves and Leicester in the last 2 games, and it's 7-0 to the Hammers. Oh, Ross.
left it.
Was he?
I think he might. I think he might have left that, you know.
Can't tell. He must have done.
That's a good line. That's a good line. Well,
It's an absolute barricade down
I'm
there.
not being
isn't it?
funny, right? But I thought I was commentating on John Moyer versus Ross Moyer, Ross Lowther, not Billy Taylor versus Dougie Holtz. you know. But it is what it is. It's £400. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh. Well, 400 quid's 400 quid, and you know, they do what they need to do, don't they?
I'm surprised. Yeah, let go at that. And then play this one in that big, like down towards the.
Yeah, they're both playing for their own pots here. From what I gather, I don't think even Ross has had anybody sort of back him.
Yeah.
He's gone enough. Well, we're definitely going to see this corner getting crashed here, one way or another.
Missed that. Look at his comments.
Well, the big bag you spoke about earlier on.
Straight down,
yeah,
was it?
it clipped the yellow slightly, but you did call that big bag earlier, and if your old man would have seen it
Oh, in control.
about half a dozen shots ago,
Maybe in control of the frame.
you might be right. But we're crashing into this pocket now, surely. That's absolutely lovely for Ross. I want him to be playing them yellows over that bag now. The yellow that his face hits as he faces away from that plant, I'll be dropping that into the bottom right hand bag or top left bag, whichever he wants to go for.
It's a good shot.
He's missed it, but he's massively, massively in control now. What's Big John got in his locker here then, Bales? That's a good hit, you know. That's not bad.
Looks like you can see that yellow on the thingy, doesn't it?
No, that's not bad, that, pal. Easy out, but a good shot.
Put his yellow-ish, safe-ish.
Yeah, I still think, yeah, but Ross is still a massive favourite, yeah.
You can do the same again with the left-hand red in the middle, right beneath the black.
Oh, Johnny boy. Ross can chip this in and bump his bag yellow, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, look, watch. Oh, well, Shamon.
No, there's 2 safe yellows.
Ross feels like he's rushing a little bit.
I agree, yeah.
Ross doesn't
Getting
normally
down
play.
quick, isn't he?
Yeah, it's like he's playing at your dad's pace.
Yeah.
And I found myself guilty of doing that before. Your dad is controlling the temperament of this game, and Ross don't play like that. That is not Ross's way. And if your dad continues to control the temperament and speed of this game, it will catch Ross out, and he won't even know he's doing it. I've been in that same boat. He won't even realise he's doing it. Oh, he ain't got the bag. He'll be absolutely fuming with that shot. Oh, John.
It's a good shot,
It is, but he'll be fuming with that
that.
last
Yeah.
one. That
He would have thought he wanted to drop.
he's grafted all that time to get his 2, and then he's
Thrown it. Up to 48 viewers now.
the only thing is these yellows are getting difficult and all. Oh,
He didn't
I
want
would have
that
thought he'd won that in, you know.
at all. And the queuing. That is awkward queuing.
The only thing is, Ross could play the double here up to the back. He could play. He hasn't thought about that. He has not thought about that properly because he could have played a double there onto that yellow. 100%.
He didn't want.
Ross has got a right chance here now.
I agree.
Gets the pace right, he'll fall plumb. Just like this.
Enough.
No, he's fine.
What do you do here? Do you screw out the bottom one or do you play the...
Well, he could play the plant, but
He's off for that in the bottom left, I think. The yellow out.
if it goes past them reds,
I think that's what he's looking at, how he was. I don't think you can risk a plant here, personally.
well, you can't because he'll do extreme. He's playing it, but he'll do extremely well to get that white back across. without snookering himself extremely well.
Thinking about it, isn't he?
No, he's not doing. He's doing your shot. Well, he can gripe and grumble all he likes. He has to know he was playing a risk there doing that. Well, that was red faced. So then, John Moyer. You've been patient, you've waited, you've grinded. We've been commentating on a 76-minute frame. What have you got now? Because I'll tell you now, if you don't take these out, I'm off.
Let's watch the West Ham highlights.
Honestly,
again.
I am. I'll watch it all night, mate. I can watch them goals again and again and again. Doesn't happen to us very often.
No, it was last night, 3-1 at Burnley. Newcastle. Oh, that's not good.
It's not the best, but how confident is he to drop that in the middle?
But then what's his next? He's going to leave a plant or.
Yeah, that's a clever shot.
No,
I'm alright with that. I'm alright with that because he actually played the right shot.
Yeah.
He ran out of position there. That was all. But actually, that's ended up being a better shot because now these Reds absolutely are all there. There's no bad ball.
You've got to play that hard in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean Ross has played that well to hit it, but do the Tom Stair there, have a go at him, wallop.
You've got, haven't you?
Who knows what's going to happen?
Exactly. That's a good shot.
Because I know what's going to happen here now.
Can't believe he's not had a whack at that.
He'll be disappointed to lose his frame, Ross. I think.
Yeah.
You know, he'll put it down to run, and he'll put it back down to the ball's not going his way. But actually, he could have had total control of how his balls went. Do you know what I mean?
Good shot.
And now,
Yeah.
Big Johnny Moyer
Is that
8-6. Oh, all right.
All
Well,
right.
I'll say that in a minute. He should be fine. I've seen him miss these though, Bales.
So have I.
Not that
So
time. Clean as a whiz.
Oh, good reverse dish there now.
8-6. Ross, that'll hit Ross a little bit. That I think Ross had complete control of that frame for me.
Yeah.
He's lost a frame. We
I
should.
said earlier on that big bag, both of them could have had a go, couldn't they? To get them both out, rather than
8-6. Off we go.
Should I go look at the other scores, do you reckon? Or?
What's I'd
Wait
give
for
it
it to a double figure.
I think they might have another break after. Ross might want to go for a ciggy after this frame, so
Yeah.
let's see what's what. But I'm just trying to weigh up what matches are on tonight as well. That's streamable. I know Rick Cake and Tony Miller are playing tonight, but I don't know how streamable that is.
Might be a grinder one, won't it?
Well, if they're playing to 15, I don't know if they'll get done for 10.
Well, look who it's meant to be. Should be on here.
It should have been Blanche and Ewan. That was the only reason I was interested, to be honest, and that's not happening now. So good break from Ross. The Yellers are a delight, an absolute delight.
It says on here that Steve Officer's meant to play down on a goal at 6 o'clock, but it's on now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been played now. Don't know.
Could be a Johnston vs Holtz. That might be a good watch.
Who?
Ryan Johnson vs Liam Holtz.
Don't float me boat. Don't get me excited. Tell me something that gets me going.
Noxie and Dono 1. Daz Barracle, Fleece Stavely, and Chunky and Jigsy. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not keen on any of them. That's a good shot though from Ross. A real good shot. Great queuing.
He's got to get his white right to get on that yellow up the table. Unless he goes for that one now after this. You know what I mean?
pump his white up to the top cuff
Yeah,
to get that
yeah.
yellow
He's
there.
got 2 options here, and he's taking the one.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Needs a bounce. I tell you what, he's mint. He's just got to decide where he wants to put the black. I mean, it looks to me like he's putting the black into the top left-hand bag, the yellow spot, the yellow pocket, if you like, as you call it. I mean, he's got to get this yellow face. He's not left that easily. For me, that wasn't the best shot. He's not screwed into it. He's not pushed the cue through the ball.
No.
He's got no screw on that at all. He's hit it hard enough, but he's not screwed it well at all. Poor cueing. Now he needs to recover with some great cueing. That's an absolute wonderful shot.
There you go, I have a bag
You
as
can go
well.
over back now.
I'd go top right if it was me, I think.
I think I would. I'd be much more comfortable. Yeah, I agree. I won't be cutting back on it. I won't be cutting this back. This black.
I'm not sure. Oh.
Go be confident, Ross.
I
In the
know.
middle of the black.
Think about
Put it
covering
into
the bag,
that
innit,
top
if
right
not.
hand bag. Put it into the top right hand bag, son. Be confident. Get down. Knock it home. 8-7. Come on. It's there and all. That's a beautiful shot.
Good finish.
It's a good finish, that, Ross. 8-7
That break dish?
to John Moyer.
It was, wasn't it? It was a great dish, that.
Not sure. I think top left was a negative shot.
Yeah, I did.
Top right was a positive shot.
No, we're committed to top left, because if you cover the bag, you're safe, anyway.
See the value in top left, but the problem is, if you miss it, then he's got every red on the table to snook you to death.
Exactly.
So, for me, Ross played the right shot there, and he's got it anyway. So 8-7 to 15. You're over halfway there. And I would say this game will be well done for 6 o'clock. Good afternoon, Mr. Lewis Flynn. Got a game arranged with Dempsey.
Yeah, it'll be a good game, I think.
Hell of a game. Oh, I don't think there's any massive worry there. He's rattled one, it don't make any difference to the frame. No one's taking these out from here, so we could be setting for a boring frame here.
Again.
Well, it's not normally what I'd expect, really. I mean, Ross is a bit of a boring twat, but you wouldn't normally expect it from your dad. But he can only do what the opposition player will let him do.
Just put another bus.
Oh, wow.
Oh, dear.
Well, I just said the frame's going to be a grinder, but I'll tell you what.
Frame away there for taking the ball out of the pocket.
I'll tell you what, mate. If Ross gets his face shot right here off the free ball,
Hey, Desmond.
yeah, absolutely. See what it does here.
With black on. Oh, it's not even touched cushion. It's 2 shots.
That's horrific. Ross, that's absolutely horrific.
I mean, these reds aren't great at the minute, are they? But that is schoolboy.
Oh, that's not even schoolboy. That what's he doing there? He's done that a couple of times since we've been on stream. I'm not quite sure what his
He's not committing to it, is he? Really?
Yeah, it's like a little bit of nerves kicking in with that.
I don't know what.
Your dad's just making things awkward, and this is why we're going to have a really cagey frame here.
He's got his bad red, or one of these bad reds out. Sorry.
Oh wow! The thing is, though, that red parts and Ross's yellow dunce. Your dad's in control now.
They're waiting off again.
Not sure that was the right shot for John.
Me neither.
He seems to be playing quite cagey, really. Your dad's normally all full-blooded and all
Yeah,
out.
for there we'd go for yeah.
Yeah, he's normally, you know what I mean?
Attacking, he's aggressive, isn't he? But
Yeah, very aggressive, and it's surprising to see him as cagey as this. It's not normally John's way.
It's a good shot.
And that's the difference. You see, if your dad would have been quite full on and full blooded, Ross wouldn't have been allowed. Would have called a foul.
Don't know what that was for.
I have missed something there. I don't know what we've missed. And
Let's just click to that red where he's leaning over.
Well, I ain't got Pato's thingy to look back on it, but your dad's not played a good shot anyway, so that's better, John. That's a much better shot. Right then, John. Now then.
Yeah, he touched the red.
Right, so that's good. That's good.
Red, yeah,
Right, Ross is going to take this bag now. Your dad's missed his chance. Ross will take this bag.
He done with 2 shots there.
He just missed one there. He actually got himself into a great position. If he'd have potted that red, he just missed the red in the that's literally stuck in the bag. If he'd have got it, he'd have chipped that red in that's next. Oh, Ross is going for these.
That's not great.
It's not Ross's play. This is not what Ross does. Ross is absolutely playing a totally different game to what I play. Ross in a practice game. He takes that bag and then he makes me sweat for it.
Did the same against me. They gave me 3 starts. 15,
I have no idea what Ross is doing here. This is not what Ross does. He's playing a completely different game to what we know he plays, and it's gonna cost him heavily. I am telling you now. You cannot shoot against a player that's a better potter than you and expect to. You've got to come up with something different, and Ross is not at the minute. Nah, it's fine. I mean, he's never going to go off, was he?
No, man. I don't even wanted that red in.
I don't understand. Ross is like, he should have just nicked the bag there. Don't be too clever. Make it difficult.
I agree.
They're not on a shot clock. I think that's an harsh statement, Dave. I don't think that's a true fact at all. I don't say that. I'm not saying Ross is a poor player. And neither am I saying that John's a poor player. But I know I'd rather play out of these two if I was playing for cash. Right then, Ross, you've been let off there. You've got a chance. He's given you a chance that you probably shouldn't have had, but he's got one now. So this is this is normally where Ross comes into his own. Let's play good safety, you know.
Yeah.
Let's.
Put the video bills.
That's good. Your battery's going to die, that's why.
And you got a charge here?
Oh, back on.
Right, he's going to decide.
I think we're back, people. Let me know if we are. The stream, it is 9-7, so the Wi-Fi's gone down on the tablets as well, so we couldn't update the score apparently. But it is 9-7 to John Moyer. Basically, last frame, Ross got rid of his 2 yellows, but then left a straight black literally onto the back rail, literally pink to the brown spot. And he played a safety, got a bit cagey, and he went for it in the end, and then left it for John Moyer, a little Mary plopping. Let us know if you can hear us now. Ross is on reds and JM is on yellows.
We're back on.
We're on.
Broke it, haven't you? Tell ya, you invite a new commentator into the room.
It was you.
Breaks it all.
That Wi-Fi's been down on them tablets all day though. Me and Crabby's having trouble with the scoreboard all the time.
I tell you what I'm surprised about today, more than anything. We haven't seen Pato yet.
Yeah, I am, yeah.
I might message Pato actually, see if he's even awake.
Where's all the chat gone then?
Shut the door. Shut the door. Get the door. What's up, mate? What's up, bud? What? Yeah, it's locked. What's up? No, I'm in here. It's locked in. We're locked in. What's up? Sorry about that disturbance. Better lock ourselves in. Right then.
Sound.
So where are we in this frame then, Bales?
Ross is on reds. John Moy's on yellows. You saw the last frame finish, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where, Ross got rid of the yellows and he had a difficult
Yeah,
fight,
but the
didn't he?
stream was down by then.
Yeah, I've already. I think Daz is just.
Scott Wrighton has put 8-8. We're not controlling the score, Scott, from here, so it must be right.
No, I think he meant because the stream went down. He didn't know if Ross had won that.
Oh,
frame,
right,
so-
he's put a question mark. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not controlling it because how they've set it up today, which is much better for
Q score. Isn't it?
yeah, it's much better in here.
Yeah.
Is that the players put their own scores on,
Yeah.
which is loads better. If they get it wrong, then you've all had it.
Sherman come today.
I've just been speaking to Phil very briefly about it because obviously I didn't want to disturb Phil's game, but there was in between frame. Phil said it's a bloody nightmare. He said they're getting it quite a bit, so I think it's something that the club's going to look at. But how do you control? How do you control a Wi-Fi system?
You
Can't determine the Wi-Fi system. You can't. There's no way you can have the best Wi-Fi system in the world, and it don't mean it's not going to go down. Do you know what I mean? It's just Oh wow!
Could have worked out any
Well,
better.
Ross can't pot like red.
No.
So the reality is, unless John finds himself 2 shots in this frame,
Yeah,
if all the reds go, it's a reback
yeah.
because it's an impossible shot. It's
Yeah.
impossible to pot that red. So this is going to come down to where.
It's another grinding game again, isn't it?
Well, it's going to come down to what John does now. John's got complete control of the game, or can Ross bump a red onto it? But where the reds are looking at the minute,
Not a chance at the minute, is there?
well, it's certainly not looking like any of them 3 reds are going onto that yellow to red plant. So we shall see. We shall see how this one unfolds and unpans.
He's just going to put him behind this yellow here as well. Yeah.
That's a good shot,
shot.
John Moyer. But yeah, I mean, in terms of pool, I mean, I've been in and around the game since I was 17-year-old, 20 years, and I have never known the game to be this enhanced.
20?
Oi! I've never known the game to be this enhanced, this popular, and to have the global ability to do the stuff we do now is just incredible.
Let's
So
save
we should,
John Moyer a shot as well there.
yeah, John Moyer's.
Sorry, mate, yeah.
No, John Moyer will be quite happy with that. I mean, Ross had to, John played a great shot. But in terms of going back to what I was just saying, nobody's ever been in this position in all them years to be able to enjoy the game like they do now.
Yeah.
Anybody coming through the ranks now that's starting out, it's just
Blessed.
brilliant for them. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. We thought we was lucky having the LQ World back in the
Yeah.
day because it had multiple tables, it had great tables. Now it's just on a different level. It's a good shot, John.
Surprised he go to the plant.
I thought he was going to play a bomb. This will determine how confident he's looking.
It's a good shot. It's cute,
Really
that
well. I think he's got a slight angle, you know.
Is that yellow? Is that black go in the middle if necessary?
Yeah, he's fine there. That's not one he's worried about. This is a tough shot though. He took his hard ball first.
It's a great shot. I think that goes in the middle. If he cuts this in,
The generous these bags for a black ball table, I'll give you that. That is one thing that you can guarantee.
it's a great
Yeah,
shot.
it's not a normal black ball table, this, or it's certainly not like the black ones. The black ones? Yeah, the
Green ones.
Green ones. Well, they are black, aren't
Yeah,
they?
no,
But,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a good finish. I know he
He's
had
took
to
them
say, but,
really well. Really well.
That's.
And that's what John should be doing.
I know,
He should be
yeah.
thinking about getting involved in these tactical arguments with Ross. Get your balls and put down.
Exactly, yeah. Good finish. Had a few hard ones. Made himself a few tough ones with the angles, didn't he? But
Well,
10-7.
it's 10-7, which means from this this position, I know it's a bit daft to say, but Ross has to win 8-4 from here.
Yeah,
And when you start putting it in reverse,
exactly.
it starts becoming a bit of a mountain to climb.
Oh, that's an enough for him.
It's a freebie for Ross then. He could do all his frame.
balls are not great at all.
Yeah, I think you're right, Scott Wrightham. I think you're absolutely right. And to be honest with you, if John sort of turns it on now and wins comfortable from this position, then that's where you sort of say, actually, maybe a little mismatch. Maybe Ross is probably the right level where he is.
No, I completely agree. Yeah.
You know, and because John's capable of being better than what he's been.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
So Scott's bang on there with
he
that.
made some little mistakes, didn't he, Dad, when he was missing a few balls. And
Well, I just think at times in this game he's refused to play his own game.
Yeah.
He's refused the finishes when he's had them, and I'm thinking, you play John in a friendly, or you play John for a knock.
He'll take him on
He's
all the
taking
time.
everything out, all sorts of mad stuff. And I get the playing for money, so he's probably going to change slightly. He's going to have a bit of a cautious edge. But we all know him for his strength at being at potting balls. So do what you're good at.
That's not really helped his decision, I don't think.
Well, Ross is still at the table, so we'll see what happens here. Oh,
That's good.
he's got away one there.
I didn't think I was dropping, to be
He
honest.
got away one there. He hit that extremely hard. And I'll tell you what, if he gets these right now, he's got a chance.
I played one earlier quite hard into the end bag and it popped out. You know, when he's screwing back into them supremes. But that's probably just because I'm
Believe it
terrible.
or not, I did one on that table that they're putting on now, full length of the table. I screwed it that well, with that much spin, it went in and out. And even Steve Lane went, I've never seen that happen on these tables. They're normally really old.
That is unlucky.
He
But
is
like
unlucky.
you say, he was just trying to force something there again, wasn't he? Personally.
Yeah, I'd agree,
He's
Scott.
right, Scott, yeah.
100%. Because I think with these
No,
money
it's
match
not.
days, they're not the money match. They call them money match day, and you play for a bit of dough against whoever you decide to play against. They're not money matches.
No.
These aren't money matches where you're building it up. There's a big pot being created. You got backers, all that sort of stuff. So Scott's right. There was probably a little bit of to and fro between these, a little bit of banter. So the seriousness edge wasn't probably there. But now you get into the business end of this game. John's thinking, right, let's get this put to bed.
Going for the kill,
Let's get the
basically,
400 quid. Let's get it put to bed. And it is hard. It is hard to, you know, we know there's a little bit of needle with these two, which is all banter.
Yeah. Just laughing at the end of the day.
But I would seriously anticipate that if your dad wins comfortably from this position, these two don't need to be talking about playing a money match.
No.
In my opinion, like
No,
a proper money match.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
They just it needs to be left alone. Well,
Just going to play this yellow out, isn't he?
I think you can play the.
It's going to tie him up again.
Yeah.
Put him on that back red.
Yeah, your old man is now starting to really assert his authority in this game.
This is off for him. Yeah. What he is. Oh.
He don't need to go for him,
Yeah.
but that's a great shot.
Same again, he just not really took his time again, has he? I know it's obviously only one route, didn't he? But
Yeah, I mean,
I don't really look at the consequences of my totals.
barring one bad red. It's not even a bad red. A quite slightly tricky red. I
Yeah.
don't see any problem for your old man here at all. At all.
He's alright.
He's going to bump that out and hide. You watch this. He'll
Yeah,
get
the
another
red
2 shots.
spot,
Here. You
yeah.
watch this.
Too hard.
No, that's absolutely mint. Absolutely mint.
No, you say this is Ross's game, isn't it? It's the rolls, like you said earlier, the rolls have reversed.
Well, I think we're staring 11-7 in the face. And all John needs to do now is don't get involved in any of the nonsense that's going on around the table. Do his business. All right, okay. It's black bubbles. It don't make any difference.
Yeah.
That makes no difference whatsoever for me.
Same as earlier, wasn't it?
He'd have wasted that shot getting a bad ball off if he
Exactly.
needed to. So that's fine. But John just needs to do what John does. That's not great.
Played that too.
That's not great.
just going to snooze.
There's a lot of emotion. There's a lot of stuff going on around him.
He's going to play his bottom right red and just put him behind the red and black again, just try to get two. As he tries to get it out.
Heck. And that's
straight
perfect.
That's disgusting.
He's finished absolutely plum.
That's disgusting.
He's absolutely finished plum.
Oh dear. Ross won't be happy with that.
Well, he might not be happy, but to be fair, regardless of whether he got plum like that anyway, your dad probably should have took them out, even, you know. We're starting to see that.
Why don't you just drop that in?
We're just starting to see the levels switch up now, because I think your dad, that's how your dad plays. He just feels comfortable running into balls and making stuff happen.
I thought that I'd missed though, to be honest.
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're like me.
For me, I'd just
You'd have
leave
dropped that
myself
red
on
in,
leave
drop the
myself
black
on it,
in.
yeah.
But he feels comfortable
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
You don't change it, do you? That's what you normally do.
he's 11-7 up. You know, he's 4 frames away. Ross is going to have a bit of a challenge here for me. It's a big ask. It's a big ask.
He needs to win the next two, I think, to get the old man twitching again.
Well, I was in my game earlier on. I was 14-8 down against Steve Lane. I won 4 on the bounce, and you could see him starting to wobble.
Yeah.
And it does make a difference when you've got a player that starts getting a little, let the round go and get a little bit relentless. But I just think as you get close to that 15, that gap becomes big. And if your old man wins another one, I don't think there's any way out for Ross. He's really got to. He's got to go close. He's got to win this one for me. Big frame this.
Not really got an angle to get that red out of the way, has he?
I think he's dead straight, you know.
Cover the bag.
Taking the bag, look, he's starting to use his noodle as well. Christ! Not only is he turned into a potting machine, he's using his head.
Chicken and mushroom.
I mean, Dan Green must be watching this thinking, who's this fella that's playing Ross?
That was a good shot, but it's worked out even better covering that black. Bit rowdy out there now, isn't it?
Busy out there.
So look for some scores.
You can do, mate. Have a bit of a round up. Will you ask them to do me another stowy?
Shall we do?
That'd be absolutely wonderful, mate, if you don't mind. That'd be absolutely beautiful. Well, Ross is fully in control in this frame, bearing in mind where the black is and where that yellow is on the back rail. So we shall see how this one pans out. Yeah, I think looking at the way Ross is now starting to play this frame, he knows he's sort of slight favourite. I think he realises that. And I tell you what, he's got a chance to bump. I'm very surprised he's taking the red down the bottom end there. For me, he should have been pumping that red that's next to the yellow on the back rail just into the pocket. I think he's got that wrong there. Well, now then, Ross. Now then. He's nailed the plan.
So, Dan Gold is 11-8 down now.
So,
Being 8-7 up, was he?
I can't remember what it was, Michael. 6-5 or something. So it's
Tom Scott is 11-5 up in front of Dave Blastland.
so Danny Gold's 11-8 down to Steve Oswick.
Tom Scott's beating Dave Blastland 11-5.
Yeah.
And Paul Collins is beating Jamie Glover 11-8, I think.
Did you get Greener and
Yeah, it's about 12-5, I think.
Just
to
Phil, yeah. I thought that Lee's an unbelievable potter of a ball. He really is. But in terms of his pool mind, he's sort of getting found out a little bit these days. He needs to adapt a different approach to his game. But that's my opinion. I mean, he's got a massive game next Friday with Sean Borrell, which I'm doing comms on.
Good player, Sean.
Sean's class, and Sean's got A and B game. Lee has really got to quickly realise that if he's potting in there, what do I do different?
He's another one.
Do you know what I mean?
Sean a borderline 1 or not? Would you say?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, 100%. He just don't play nowhere near enough. I mean, he's not in here like Lee Staveley. If he was, 100%. Sean Borrell's a good pool player. There's no two ways about it. So Lee's got his work cut out next Friday. The only thing I can say in Lee's favour is if when he's flowing and potting well, he don't miss a lot, and he's going to need to have a night like that. Mr. Clark, Grimsby's number 1, is in the house.
You saw him just there on stream, with his face mask on.
Is that Clarky?
Yeah.
Well, the Reds go. What's your positioning like on your Black Ross? It's got a great angle, you know. You just got to
Whether he eats some yellows on
He's
the
just
middle
got to
there in the
avoid that.
middle.
Yeah, he's just got to avoid canning it. I mean, it's regardless whether you've got a great angle or not, getting on that black's hard.
Exactly. And potting it's a different.
Million things could go wrong. That's without the yellows. Which is it, the yellows? Why did he hit it so soft?
I know.
Really? I mean,
What, he was gonna-
I'm not saying you should whack
Yeah.
the ball, but he didn't hit
It
it
was
with
never getting
any
up there, though,
intent.
was it? It was
No,
never gonna get
that
to
wasn't
the
going to
back rail.
reach. I mean, you wouldn't have hit that soft for a lag. So why hit it that soft for a pot? He's going for a Tom Stair. No, he didn't. He's just going for a. I don't know what he's going for there.
Keeping it safe.
Basically, what he's doing is he's pumped the ball out for your dad to finish it, because you will. Snooker coming.
I think he'll go for these.
He could go over half-hearted. He can play a shot to nothing here, which he has.
Good shot.
That's got a little bit of weight to now, though. This on the rail. Yeah,
Snooker. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, after that last red that Ross potted, I have no idea why he hit it so weak.
Let's go, I think, isn't it? Bless him.
Yeah, well,
It's not easy, is it?
I've been in that position myself today.
Yeah.
I've been in his shoes where he is now, and you're telling yourself,
Exactly the same with me.
and what you're doing is you're telling yourself that nothing's going your way. It's not that nothing's going your way, so what you're doing is not quite right.
Well, yeah,
and it's not that,
into trouble and Crabby was just.
absolutely, and it's not that Ross is a bad player, and it's not even that, it's nothing to do with that. It's just that you're thinking that there's a reason that things aren't going your way. The things aren't going your way is because you're making a couple of poor decisions earlier on, and that's exactly what happened with me earlier on. It's the way pool goes. That's what makes your grade, unfortunately. It's done it again, look. And the thing is, in his head, right, he'll be stood there going, oh my God, how much bad luck am I getting? It ain't about bad luck, that.
No.
It ain't.
You just had a
He's had two chances to get that line level, right, and he's got it wrong twice and gone in off twice.
It's a great shot, to be fair.
As long as it's not too straight, as long as it's not too straight, it's fine. He's a good screw, the boy, your old man.
That's between the knuckles for a bit, didn't
Yeah, but he gets a good reaction on the ball. He does get a good tune out of the ball. I tell you what, that's absolutely mustard.
Fair play. 12-7.
12-7. I don't think you're now starting to see the gap, which probably is a right gap.
Yeah.
The margins is starting to appear.
Well, Ross was 7-6 up, wasn't he?
Yeah. From that point, we know anything could happen, but it was only a matter of time before your old man just started getting flowing and get going, and it's a tough game for this Ross. It was a tough game for him, but fair play for him taking it. A little bit like the Steve Lane game for me. You know, when I asked a couple of people, is it a fair game? And said, he used to be a player, so it could be tough. Yeah. But he won't get it. No one was offering to play him, so I give him a game, and it ended up, 12-15. But
close,
it wasn't massively away. I wasn't massively away. So, yeah. But I think this one was a little bit different to that for me. I think when you already know how someone plays, like John already knew how Ross could play, I think that confidence level must be massive. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to Ross, but your old man must have fancied this big time. Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Completely agree. Well, after I beat Ross last week, I said, I'll have you 200 if you want, Dad. You know what I mean? It's one of them. Oh, it's going off as well.
So when that starts happening, it's horrible. I hate that. You know when you just start finding that white ball and you think again.
The world's against you.
Well, you think it's run, but it ain't run. It's because you're not looking properly, and I'm the worst culprit in the world for it. I'll go off and I'll blame the table, and I'm thinking.
On a yo-yo, my white
yeah, and I'll blame everybody but myself for going in off. Yeah. I could be the best billiard player in the world, mate, at times.
Same here.
Tell you what, these yellows are nice and all, They're not bad.
I can pop out have a Scooby-Doo when my white ball's going.
This will suit you. You'd have this frame because it's not going to be a cagey one. It's going to be about who pots the balls. Yeah, even if Ross gets back, I was going to say, even if Ross gets back to the table, these reds are awful. And he's getting back to the table. But where's his hiding place? Where does he hide here? He's got three awful reds on the side. Where's the idea?
He's going to be seeing one ball at least, and he's got no chance of snooking on all of them.
He's got. I don't see a bag he can take that your dad needs. It's difficult. It's difficult.
It's a good shot.
It's gone in now. I'll tell you what. Now then, Ross. I'll tell you what.
Got a double on.
Well, I was just going to say, drops in the middle. Drops in the middle. Leave yourself a slight angle on that last red, and give yourself a go at it. He's got half a sniff now with that. That one shot's going down. It's going down the rail. I'd be dropping this into the middle.
I would be, yeah.
I won't be dropping it heavy. I'd just be dropping it in like dead weight.
Indecisive.
I think if he goes to the bottom rail and misses this, the frame's gone.
It's a great shot.
I'll tell you what, he's got a right sniff now.
It's a cracking shot, that, to be fair.
What's his angle like on that in the middle?
Got a question, are these blue across the Strachan 691? I think they're Ainsworth, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ainsworth. Lou.
They play nice though when they've been ironed. Oh, heck.
Some Wally. Broke the iron. Yes.
Yeah, unlucky Ross there, really.
He did well to give himself on it, didn't he?
I think he played that wrong. I think he played the wrong ball first. He went for that double. I think he really, ideally, should have got rid of that red next to the black to get back down. But it is what it is. You can't. That was hard work from there for me. But now your old man, we were right. If he just draws back, if he draws back enough, and I have to say, and the reason why I said that is because me and Steve both played a couple of screwback shots earlier on, and they fell really short because the table just didn't being as quite reactive as you'd want it to be. But my God, as he took that well. My Lord, as he took that well. John Moyer, absolutely. I'll tell you what. No, he took. He
took them well, didn't he?
Took them well. It's hard for Ross. This really difficult. $13.7 to John Moyer. The next wave of games start in about an hour's time. I don't think you're going to get an hour's pull out of these two now, unfortunately. Ross has made a ball though. Lee Staveley and Chunk are at it as well, by the way, out there.
Yeah.
Stav's winning, I believe.
I think that money match here where Bolton Keysy, it's changed to Glenn Jackson now, isn't it? That'll be a good little game.
Who's that?
Yeah, Keys was meant to play in Adam Bolton again, wasn't he, in a rematch, I think.
What, and has that gone away from?
I think so, yeah.
Fell away.
Glenn
What?
Jackson's took his place. So.
He's a good player, you
I
know.
like Glenn, yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's a real good lad. I'll tell you what, that's no picnic that for Adam Bolton.
Good
I'll tell
game.
you now.
Great game. Glenn can play both ways. I know he's obviously our kind of level, isn't he? But he can play both ways.
Well, he's a good player.
Oh my.
Oh well, you'll take that, Ross. Don't explain why it happened. Just get on with it. You know what I mean? That's a weird thing.
You've got to pull the Reds first.
You've got away one there. Take it.
Lined up the black already. Then you missed it.
I've tried getting a game with Keysy a couple of times, to be fair, but
Yeah.
he keeps telling me that the levels are wrong, and I disagree with him. It is what it is. But Glenn Jackson's a good player. That was a good game, that. But I tell you what, Adam Bolton, I mean, he's one of them players, you know. Because he's played for that many money matches, he genuinely don't feel it anymore. The fact that he's on stream or the fact that he's playing for money, it goes out his head. That must be a massive, massive advantage to have. Must be ace to have that feeling. Oh, half a chance. Well, Jack, I mean, you only have to look at me to know that I like a picnic, son. I'm not Yogi Bear. Oh, wow.
That is ridiculous.
Wow.
That is gross. I'm not sure, Scott, to be honest.
Wow. That'd make me feel poorly, that shot. If I'm honest, not gonna lie
It's
to
a
you.
sickener, innit? Even to hit it was decent, never mind bloody follow it in. I think he drops this in and I think it's going to snooker him again, to be honest. Don't know about you, but... He's screwing out.
No, he's screwing into
him.
him. He's got the perfect time. You watch this for a shot. This is a John Moyer shot. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful.
Bedridden Dan Green with a banter look. Scott Chegg. Hey. Good shot.
I'll tell you what. This is the difference in levels.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says.
It's like when I play him, he just
This
don't
is
miss.
absolutely beautiful. It's poetry in motion, this. Absolutely lovely. Well played there, John Moyer. Well played there, mate.
This is on the hill.
The thing is, though, this is the moment you show no mercy.
A bit of banter out there now, I can hear it from here.
Show no mercy. He's got to just do the job.
Yeah.
Do the job. Shake his hand afterwards. Have the little banter afterwards. Keep focused and do the job. I mean, I know, you know, is Ross really going to win 8 on the bounce? No, of course he isn't.
Yeah.
But do the job. Finish your job now because he's flowing. Don't lose that chance just to, you know, he could break this year. The way he just took them out there, there's no question about it. Look, he's found a ball.
And he's got to think about what flowers he might be getting Ross's misses.
That's insane.
They've broke well.
Yeah, and he was, Jack. Do you know what? And he was. And I commend people that have a go against better levels. Money match days are the perfect days to do it because there's no stipulation on what you play for. These have played for 400. That's fair enough. I played Steve Lane for 100. A man. You can play for 50 quid against a better level player if you want.
Yeah.
Chunk's the proof of that. Chunk's playing Jigsy tonight. It's what they're playing 50 a man, 100 a man, 100 a man off scratch.
I think these go.
Jigsy and Chunk. Now on any given day, you would say Chunk shouldn't be playing Jigsy. It's an absolute disgrace. Chunk's called him out. Chunk's the one said, "Let's have a go. Let me have a go at you."
Yeah.
What a great sort of mentality to have.
Yeah. Like you say, he's going to be rubbing his hands, won't he, if he plays anywhere as he can.
Yeah, I mean, I just think money match days are not money matches.
No.
Don't mistake the two. It's an opportunity to have a game with somebody that you might be your mate or it might be someone. Yeah, exactly. You can do what you want with it. It could be a game that you never think you'd ever play.
That's like me and Krabby.
Absolutely, your pals. Well, Ross is now starting to think I'm going to make it so awkward for you to win the game, then you old sod.
The old shiner.
Well, the old shine about. But I think he's prolonging the.
Inevitable.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because now that your old man's just took that bag, his next shot is getting his bad red out. And then it's.
Ross has got 4 bad yellows, hasn't he? So.
Yeah.
Shot?
You know it ain't because he's left your dad a chance to get his bad red out. I might be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I am wrong. Oh, Johnny Moyer.
Ambitious.
Well, yeah, these money match days are a great opportunity to do what you want with who you want for 50, 100,
That's like
200.
Charles said there, look, exactly.
What's that?
He's just playing on 50 quid, it's just...
It's the great ideas. The great ideas, and the great thing about these money match days is, which I think we're probably going to see a lot more of these in the coming weeks, for obvious reasons that you're probably going to see tonight when the announcement's made, is that you can book a match with someone on a table, and no one can say you're not doing your social distancing measures.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, when you're organising comps, people say, well, you're inviting 20, 30, 40 people to a comp.
Yeah.
That's not social distancing. You do money match days, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
different kind of logic in it. So.
yeah, so I think we're going to see a little bit more of that, and it's all good for the pool circuit for me. Right then, I think we're getting close. I think we're starting to feel that this could be
Game, set, match.
well, probably, you know, want his ideal shot, but he's still totally in control of his frame. I think the difference with Jack Dannary, I think the difference between Charlie Collins and Simon is Simon will play that style of pool regardless. Charlie's actually a really, really good pool player in terms of if the balls are there, he'll have them. He'll take it, them balls will be taken, they'll be gone, and we see that when he played Dougie. So, although he's got a really solid B game, he's also really, really good at doing the other side, the business side of the stuff. So, you know,
I haven't seen Charlie play a few times, but he's solid. Like I say, that Dougie game.
He's a right player.
Don't give in either, by
well, that's played into Ross's hands.
Apparently there's going to be an announcement, Dan. Like I say, you can't really organise people in the correct...
No, I mean, we're not going to sit here and tell you what's going on with comms. Please don't read anything into that. But I think there's a lot of there's a lot more coming out from the government. I mean, I was watching Boris this morning, and I'm not saying he's saying snooker and pool will have to do X, Y, and Z, but they are absolutely they're cracking down big time. And I think it's more about the amount of people that can do stuff rather than what you're doing. That's from what I'm reading into it. We're just going to have to be patient. You know, we are all just going to have to be really patient and do what's asked of us, I suppose. While we keep venues open, for me that's all important. While this place stays open, while pubs stay open, while restaurants stay open.
If it's shut, you've lost everything, haven't you? So, I mean, you can't...
Let's give Ross to it. Yeah, so, we just have to do what's asked of us, and if we have to work around rules and stuff, then work around them. It's not the end of the world. I'd rather be in that situation than shut, because when we were shut, it was absolutely Bob.
Pap.
It was Bob.
Oh, that is not.
Well,
gravy.
Ross will be absolutely fuming. Rick Cake, one thing Rick Cake always says is, when you get your free ball or your 2 shots, make sure that when you've played that first ball that you're on a ball. And he is on a ball, but he's left it hard. He's left these hard now. He's left them even harder now, because he can't finish.
Yeah, it sounded a good game, that, Charles, from what I heard. The Dougie one.
Yeah, but they kept going for a fag every 2 minutes.
Did they?
I think I'm joking. I'm not sure what they were smoking that day, them two. Could have been all sorts.
If this isn't normal Ross, I think he'd be playing off the bottom left cushion near the pocket.
Yeah, and just bumping
Yeah.
into that yellow.
But he's not. He's off. Don't know what he's thinking there. Personally.
Well, I'll tell you what your dad does here. He plays the yellow on, he plays the red on the
cush,
right, on the cush, yeah. 100%.
Shot to nail.
Absolutely fine, that. John, even if it's not total, it's perfect. I think the red sneaks past the yellow to go in. I think the writing could be on the wall here. Well,
If that black goes, it's.
I'm nearly certain that black must pass. I'm nearly certain of it. We'll find out in about 2 shots. Well, we might not find out in 2 shots time.
He's alright, I think.
One good in here then.
I play this.
No, I think that's the one. I agree with him. I think he's playing the right shot here. No. Well, Ross can't take these out, so a little bit more pull in this frame or this game, guys.
I thought they played that ball, but to the bottom right, personally. Because he's still got that other one in the middle, hasn't he? You know what I mean? It was luck, really, but luck more than anything.
We're on the hill on this one now. Oh, Ross!
Good shot.
How about clearing the bag then?
Good shot.
How about Ross having a little
No, Neil, I didn't. No.
little go at the comeback?
Let a little
Well,
man.
We now go 14-8. Ross is just giving himself some credit, and I'm just going for a wee. By the time we get back, it might be over.
He'll be out there. No, Neil, let the little man have some money. What'd you say?
I'll pitch him by the table.
Streaker! Yeah, you called it, Wayne. Good shot, good finish, to be fair. Considering our last few frames have gone. I think he was 7-6 up at one point, so. Back in it.
Right, the venue is absolutely filling up for the 6 o'clock games. It's going to be absolutely sensational. Just had a little chat with Ross. Bless him. Bales is back here. Right then, we've got Ross at the table with these reds, and I'll tell you what, half a sniff, I just think he's got a mountain to climb now for me. An absolute mountain to climb. Who's Mike?
Last thing we need.
Yeah, we just heard Brad come upstairs. The last thing we need is him in here.
But any actuaries?
He should have been playing tonight. Yeah, Stuart Carrington, that would have been good.
Yeah,
That. I tell you what, I fancy Ross to get these. Another one on the table. I think from this point of view, Ross just needs to let his arm go. I mean, for me, he knows the game's gone. Bit of credibility on the table would be nice.
Yeah.
Bit of credibility on the score. I mean, losing 15-7, 15-8 is going to be not nice. He's took these well, really well.
Break dish, isn't it, if it goes.
Was it his break? Yeah.
Yeah. I saw John Moy stood where he is now when I was out there, so.
He's only got to drop this in, Ross. Don't do anything with the cue ball, Ross.
He's hitting it hard, isn't he? Let's get away with that.
It's fine. He didn't need to do that though. He could have just dropped that red in. Well done, Ross. Well done, mate. 14-9. 14-9. We will stick with you until probably the inevitable happens. If this, I'll tell you now, if he comes back, I'd give. Well, I'm not even give out because someone will have a bet, but
Yeah.
astronomical. If your dad returns a favour, we shall see.
Can't see him from this position.
Well, I want one of them reds for me.
No me.
I prefer the yellows. But we'll see what he does.
That little double in the middle.
Sean Carlisle. I mean, he's another one that should have been having a
So
match
what?
today.
Who's he
Even if,
playing?
well, no one, but even just if he was playing
sorry,
for he loves playing for a 50 or 100. Sean
Can you see that? Don't know.
does the Bean.
He's playing Tom again soon, isn't he?
Yeah, for me, well, I know he's on the stream listening, but for me, it's a game that don't need to happen.
Again.
Well, it doesn't need to happen. They finished at 1-1. They're good mates now. I don't think neither of them need to see. For me, it doesn't need a decider. Doesn't need to happen. That's just my opinion. Your man's missed that. It's not a bad miss. So for me, it don't need. For me, it don't need to happen. But it's happening. So nonetheless, and it'll be an exciting game. That's for sure. With them two.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't know. I think they should have left it where it was.
Oh my god, it is.
4-1 Spurs against United.
This is 3-1 on mine. But yeah,
Is it
4-1.
against Man United?
Yeah.
Tony Miller's going to be in a great mood when he plays
Martial
with Kane
sent off
later.
as well.
Man United, Bob.
Fernandez penalty, took second minute, and Dembele, it was 2-1 in 7 minutes.
Look, at the end of the day, not everyone can beat Wolves 4-0 and then Leicester 3-0. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Exactly.
it's not easily done. You know what I mean? You can't all be top teams. Just have to make your way. Right then, Ross. Now his arm's gone off a little bit. Now we know. Now I think he thinks he's lost the game. He's sort of letting his arm go a little bit. I tell you what, that's a great shot. Because he's just going to be on the red at the bottom of the screen, as you can see. And in or out is absolutely perfect. In, he takes him. Out, well, John's going to struggle to finish. He's covered the bag. He's got the bag. That's all right. I mean, in would have been better. But that's not the end of the world, that. I tell you what. Oh, Rossi
Tired,
boy.
isn't he?
Well, I think you should never give up. You should never ever sort of give up. Why would you?
Exactly.
Stranger things have happened, mate. Ross got a bit of a free go at these, for me. The red in the middle of the table to the bottom right hand bag. The green bag, as you'd probably call it in snooker. No, he's not taking that. He's chipping this into the middle. Why, Ross? Why?
Didn't need to do that.
He's all right. He's got away with it, but why? Why though?
Because yellows are covered as well.
Now
by the
all
black
he's
anyway,
done here,
aren't
right, is he's sort of give your dad a chance of being in pole position. That was oh well, your dad's played that awful. Well, forget about what we're saying, because that was appalling as well. Now just nudge it over the bag, nudge it over the bag, nudge it over the bag. Don't pot it, nudge it over the bag. Good shot. Didn't need to pot that.
Could tie up with Freddie, yeah. Again.
Yeah, but then that is his dad really going to do that?
Yeah.
I think he can get round. I think he can get round the back of that yellow. I might be wrong.
Enough.
Well, I was going to say Ross needs to be a little bit careful. Although he's got two bags. I mean, he shouldn't lose this frame from here. Jeez.
Not now.
He needs to be careful though, because he needs to think about taking this red sooner rather than later. Because if eventually your old man's going to put a yellow on it where we can't pot it, he's going for it now. He had to be brave at some point. Yeah, that's fine. If he drops that red in, dead weight, it'll be absolutely plumb on his last red. There you go. There's another one. Another frame to Ross, then it should be. Just run through it. Bit of top. It'll come around the angles, black into the same bag. That's even better.
Nice.
So, your dad's giving him it. 14-10. Now, if this is anything like my game went earlier on, in Ross's head, he'll start to think, have I got a chance? And in your old man's head, he'll be thinking, hang on a minute. I just think the difference is your dad will keep his composure. As soon as your dad gets one chance,
Yeah.
he'll put the balls together. But he's got to keep chipping away.
Exactly.
He has absolutely got to keep chipping away. It's a dry break.
And red's just nine.
Well,
One bad red.
even if the reds aren't quite there, it gives your dad the chance to take the balls he wants.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I always say about a dry break. You know what I mean? It's like you weigh up, you get the first opportunity to weigh the balls up.
Wow.
Well, he's had to end up with yellows.
Wow.
And, well...
Why has he not dropped that in the middle like that?
Oh, Jesus. Honestly, at times I get so frustrated. And it's not because I'm a better player than any of these. I'm not.
yeah, no, yeah.
It's because we get to see it from a
Different
screen
view, isn't it?
angle.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't get to see what we get to see. But like you say, he drops that red in the middle to guarantee himself reds. He doesn't lose the frame.
Different story, yeah.
Absolutely madness, that John Moyer.
Thing is, if Ross had covered bags like he has been doing now 5 frames ago, it's been a different story, wouldn't it?
These reds are absolutely beautiful. Your dad's got a ton of work to do here. Well, he's just developed one of his worst reds. Yeah, absolutely, Matty. I mean, if you wanted red, the way I always look at it is, right, if you want a colour, make sure you get it with that first shot if there's an easy one, and then work out the rest. He's gone for the hardest ball on reds because then he wanted to go for the finish, which I get that as well. But when you're not talking about big hitters, don't do that.
Exactly.
Make sure you get the balls you want first.
Yeah.
The only saving grace for these reds is that there's that yellow that sits below the the red. Oh, right, that's poor. The red sits below them yellows. The yellow on that bag.
Yeah. Put another yellow safe.
It's just hitting balls, really. Ross is getting his bad red out now, straight away. Great idea. Not done it though. Fell a bit unfortunate there.
So why is not even?
Has he gone in between the gap? Nope.
Why is not playing that bottom
so
yellow?
now, don't even move the white, Ross. Don't even. Yeah, exactly. Don't move the white. Drop it. That's it.
John Moyer there though. From where I was sat, he could have played that bottom yellow on the bottom rail and covered the other bag.
I find some of the shots he's played in this frame absolutely fascinating. He needs to probably give his head a bit of a wobble and say, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
I don't need to rush to the finish line. Just do what I've been doing. That's not the best though, Ross. That is
He's got to play that left-hand red for me into the end bag.
Ah, dear me. Oh, dear me. He's not hit it with any conviction, has he? No, he's got the bag, that's fine. Fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's just a really, really strange frame. And it's not like we can even sit here and say, yeah, but playing for money makes a difference. It don't, not on this, not for this scale, it don't. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Well, I anticipate him to get this and the one in the middle, but then what's he doing with that last yellow?
Exactly.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm asking you a question. I'm not, it's not a
you can
statement.
try skilly, can't you, but
It wasn't a statement, young
I don't
males.
think he'll be skilly in that, that's for sure.
If you go for a skilly and fair play, but
He'll drop this in. I just don't know what he's going to do with that last yellow.
You tried
It's
forcing
two
it.
shots.
Give it to
Ross wins his frame.
14 11's different.
I'm not sure. I still think your old man gets. I mean, he'll get a bite at the cherry. I've seen this today already once, first hand. So he'll get.
Like Matt said there, look, I want to cry at time watching some games because of their choices.
It's a bit. That's a right shot for Ross. That's absolutely fine.
But he's still got a yellow. Even if he misses these, he's got a yellow to get onto that yellow.
He won't
anyway,
miss
hasn't
these from here.
He shouldn't do.
You get to a point where you just start to let your arm go. You think you've lost the game, to just let everything go, and you start to cue the ball better. I mean, that's not great. I tell you what, you don't want to be missing the double here, because if he does, your dad's got a yellow that's a starter ball.
You don't want to put the white up that end of the table either.
This absolutely has to go now.
You have to go in the middle as well, because you can't leave the white up the other end of the table, can he?
That's poor. This double,
said that yellow.
that's poor. That this double's got to go. Or is he cutting it?
He's cutting it.
No.
Oh, he's got lucky there.
Has he though? Because your old man can just bump that yellow offside rail.
But
I know he's leaving
double,
Ross
isn't
enough.
he?
Yeah, he is. He is. But I think he'll let him have a go at this.
Yeah.
This is shit or bust for Ross.
Yeah, that's exactly
As
same.
much as that word says. And he hasn't bust though. He hasn't bust. That's the thing. The way he played it.
Moyes alright, I think.
Do you think?
I think he cuts that in. Oh,
No.
That is terrible. That is terrible. Sorry, that's me, Dad. I'm allowed to say that, but
I'm not talking because I don't.
Yeah.
I am dumbfounded.
I don't get what he's done there.
Well, he said to Ross, "Do you fancy having another frame, pal?" And Ross has said, "Yes, please."
Jesus.
Wow.
Why just like say that guarantee? Why not cut that in? Give yourself a chance at another yellow. Because that was a 1 in 10 shot, wasn't it? Getting behind that black.
Really strange.
He didn't hit it because your face.
Really strange goings on there. Danny Ornegold's walked away from the table, which I've just seen one back. I would say that he's lost.
Yeah.
Well, what you said the scoreline was when you went.
So.
Well, he hasn't won 7 frames, does he? Which would indicate that Steve
Boswick.
has beat Dan Ornegold.
Oh my god, he's dry as well. They're both alright, aren't they? I think he's probably going to go reds.
I think the reality is in this match now, if John does go on to win it, you know, and it looks like it's been closer than what it is, I don't think it's been close, and I no disrespect to Ross because Ross has played well. I think it's been close because John has, in the last 4 frames, John's played a totally different game to what he's played.
No, you're right.
And it's like, just do what you've done all the way through, John. Just get over the line, what you're messing about at.
But he said it keeps taking the hard ball first.
Very strange. I mean, that last frame, he could have took the balls he wanted, and
he could have gone straight from.
yeah, bizarre.
Well, yeah.
That's a great shot.
Good shot.
I fancy him now.
He played that in the middle. One of the two in the middle.
This would reaffirm a little bit of reality if he takes these now. No.
commentator's case.
Well, he hit cushion first.
Exactly, yeah,
He hit
yeah.
cushion first. I mean, you might get away with that on the Blue Super. He might. You don't get away with that on Black Ball.
If he's going now, Ross is brimming with confidence, isn't he?
Ross will cover a bag at some point.
Now I think. Then bag. One on the rail.
He don't want this in.
Oh, no.
That's absolutely mustard for Ross. Now your old man's got to get this ball out. Get it out and say, right, Ross, if you're going to take him out, take him out.
Yeah, leave them all open for when if he
Stop messing about, John, and just get on with it.
He's left him with safety though, hasn't he? He's not.
Right then, Ross.
Oh, he's missed it.
Now it's game over.
There you go.
Now it's game over.
There you go.
You're not
He's
getting a better
left
chance
tiny
than
though,
this,
hasn't
John. Just do your business.
He's gone straight down, hasn't he, though?
Yeah, we'll be fine. That's how he plays, though, doesn't it? He don't mess about. He just gets the job done. That's the wrong ball he's playing now. He should be saving that second to get on to his last. Yeah, he should be saving that to get on his last red.
No,
But let's see what he does. You don't want both of these in at the same time.
Oh my.
No, he's fine because he's hit the white well enough. He's hit the white well enough to bring it back out.
If that was me, I just dropped it in just to make
That's
sure he didn't.
a lovely shot. And he's. Do you know what? I think he's got. I think he's got the right angle though. He'll just drop him behind his black. John Moyer. That is absolutely lovely, John Moyer.
Fair play.
Take your time, son, and take your bones. Well played, John Moyer. We don't know where the other games are. We don't know what the games are tonight.
Well,
Yeah, you enjoyed this one. We've had Bailey on watching his dad. We've seen John Moyer versus Ross, and it's finished 15-11 to John Moyer. And we shall be back shortly. Thank you very much, and
Thank
peace
you.
out.
see you later.